Party time brews. This song ain't no good, but we got nothing to lose. Party time brews. Here's another brewing clip. You can watch it if you choose.
What's going on, everyone? I got some sounds in the background, and it is awesome. What's going on? We are going to play with the Grainfather G70 today. As you can see down in this little corner over here. Nope, that one. This one, right here. Right here, I got it going. I got it pretty much set up for the mash. It's already at 65 degrees, so we're just about to mash in there. Let's see if we are actually going. See if I'm live. I think I'm live. Should be live. Yeah, looks like that's set up. Yeast smiles. That's a good thing. We got 4 people watching. It's getting a little crazy, and I might as well talk about what I got on there. That screen does not look, that screen does, oh wait, nope, I go live. Yeah, there we go. Someday there will be such thing as a stream without without mistakes or sound things, but yeah, I'll just mute that and get a little less back stuff going. James, hello there, James. What's going on, James? Good, Uncle Dana. Beer, yes, beer. Ordered a bunch of stuff from the U.S. for you to pick up there today, Uncle Dana. So yeah, be a little bit, and we'll see you in a couple weeks when we get out there. But for now, I guess the first thing to do is we want to get this thing done before Hoppy Hour. Hopefully, it's looking a little possibly won't happen, assuming the Hoppy Hour's on tonight, 10 o'clock on that channel. Early brewing today. Yeah, we'll see how that works. And we are possibly switched over to the screen here where I got what I'm doing. It's basically just the Betty Blonde. I've made a batch of this before. I think there's a video. I did put a video out on it. And basically, it's a pretty straightforward thing. I'm doing whatever it's saying for the Grainfather G70. So it's a 54.6 liter batch. So we should get somewhere in the range of 2.5 kegs out of it, which should be good for the summer. I'm kind of running out. I only have one left on my tap in the garage here, which is the Milkshake IPA. And I have a couple down at a different kegerator I have, so I still have some Pilsner and Stout left. Stout, people don't really rip that one off the shelves for summer, so we will see there. But for this batch of Betty Blonde, delicious beer, hopefully, assuming I don't screw it up. But we're just basically looking at about 90% two-row, and then 4.5 or 5% honey malt, 4.5, 5% Crystal 15, which makes a tasty beer or tasty grist. And then we got for hops, we're just looking at some Willamette at all stages. So if it was a smaller batch, it'd be somewhere in I guess I could actually pop up the recipes here and have a look. This one makes more sense for the regular 5-gallon batch. It's nice and light, 4.3%. And we got 4 kilograms. Yeah, 4 kilograms of two-row pale. 200 grams of honey and 200 grams of Crystal 15. Not much for the water profile, just a fairly balanced profile there. And for the hops, like I said, we got 23 grams of Willamette at 60 minutes, 14 grams at 20 minutes, and 14 grams at 1 minute. I believe this was kind of set up for a 23-liter batch, so you're looking at 1 gram per liter for bittering at 5.5, and then half gram per liter at the 20-minute, half a gram per liter at the 1 minute, or flame out, or whatever you want to call it. But we might as well get moving on this. I will play around here, get back to the different screens, try not to screw things up too much. But yeah, first thing we will get in there is we will get the mash going. Dougie's eating trying to eat the empty chip bags. That's always good. But let's get over here and we'll put the grist in. For this one, just went over it. It's a bunch. Full bucket basically is just enough for this batch at 4%, much more than 4%, and you're not getting too much extra space in a bucket. Lucky I don't have any candles going, or this might catch fire, all the dust. I think I must have it fairly well milled, or fairly finely milled, but looks pretty good. The hulls are mostly intact, so yeah, let's just go 2 phases. 2-phase dump, see how that goes. Might be a lot of dough balls here, but we'll find out in a second. Got some cobwebs. That's always good. Cobwebs are delicious. One of the better things you can put in beer. Not enough people put cobwebs in their beer. Feels like a fairly thick mash. Here's more cobwebs. Nice. Well, it looks like it'll be pretty good. Nice and porridgey. Let's see what we got at the bottom. Yeah, no, she's all going in there nice. This batch here for what was it? I guess just over like say 22 or 23 pounds. I might be off on there, but 23 pounds of grist. It was calling for 33 liters or somewhere around 35 quarts. So I guess that's a quart and a half ish per pound. Math might be way off. Mental math doesn't work sometimes, but kind of want to throw some more water in there. Screw it. Let's see what the automatic. These are basically, I'm just using the Brewfather's automatic calculations for the Grainfather, so I'm not 100% sure how well that's set up, but we will see in a second. Let's give this a rinse. A lot of the times I forget to rinse my stuff as I'm using it, and it's nice and sticky. What do we need? Oh, we need a top plate and need the overflow piece. So we'll get that put in there. This is all super exciting so far. If anybody has any questions about the Grainfather, feel free to shoot them at me. Or if you want to see something on it or anything, I can get the camera zoomed in or do some crazy fanciness like that. Let's see, this pump is fairly strong, so see how that flows in there. Don't want it firing off like a fire hose, but get that started. And some more rinsing. And it seems to me that the pipes on the G70 and the G30 are interchangeable, so if you had to, you could probably switch them out, or if you have these smaller pipes, you might be able to use it for the smaller brew, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't take my word for it. I doubt many people here actually have a G70, but let's see, that's flowing in there. We'll just wait for it to kind of start overflowing, and then we'll pick a good flow rate so she's not cavitating too much. Makes a nice whirlpool on that, but you don't really need a whirlpool at this stage of the game. And that looks pretty good there. So I will set the timer. I could be doing this all automatically, but I don't have it set up yet. So we're just going to set it for, I'm going to go 45 minutes and then do a 15-minute mash out, so it'll be about an hour total, but we won't have to waste time on after the hour's up. So let's see what we got. Are cobwebs fermentable? Yes, cobwebs are definitely fermentable. They help with the sparge. It lets let the grain bed flow a little better. I'll go with that and keep it at that. So yeah, there's I see the nice close view of my hat, but either way, we got that going there. And I guess, yeah, we got 45 minutes now. Anybody have any questions on that old G70? Anybody interested in finding anything out about it? I got my primer pop for the first few minutes here, and then we'll quickly get into having a beer. Got to finish off some of that milkshake IPA. So I guess we'll stick with the main question right now. What's everyone brewing? What's everyone drinking? Or is everyone at work? doesn't look like you're using the Grainfather app. Yeah, the delayed heating feature is great. Wake up and mash in. I just had the only problem that I had today, Robert, was that I had before I left for work, and I had it filled up pretty much to the brim with RO water. Just in case anybody's wondering, that the very top fitting on the Grainfather, where the I guess the pump goes up to, seemed to leak for me. I didn't actually try to tighten it or anything. I just noticed after I filled it right to the top, it was leaking a bit. So that happened for me. Oh, it says I froze up. Don't see freeze up, but hopefully it's still working. Looks like it's working on my side unless I click something funny there. But yeah, do you brew beer with the G70? Yes, I brew beer with the G70. Do you work while you're watching YouTube, Beast? Of course you're working. Yeah, so where was I with that? Oh, I was just saying the top fitting there leaked a little bit. You can see on the, let's see, yeah, you can see on the side of it here. Nope, you can see this one right here. Yeah, right there, just where that little valve is, and it goes through there. It leaked a tiny bit. It didn't leak much. I don't think over 2 days. It didn't even leak it out to that level or anything. But that's what we got. So this guy really needs into the stream. So that's super important there. We get there. Should be able to get some dog hair into the beer somehow today. He's a little bit shy, but he put on his eyeliner to look intense for the show here. Yeah, so that's that. With that, I guess I can go into. Let's see, what do we got? This one I'm not as well prepared for as the last happy hour one. So for this week, the videos that came out, I think CH just put out two for the happy hour. I don't know if one of them was on Homebrew for Life or not. One was the when did homebrewing, or who legalized homebrew, and then the other one was talking about the buyout of Modern Times with a Alias or Brown Man Brewing. With the Modern Times, I didn't actually double check to see. Yeah, dog hair is another adjunct. As I check here, we gotta check him for. He loves that. There's a belly. Oh no, just a mole. Thought I felt a tick on him. Could have done a live tick removal. That's always fun. But yeah, so we did a video on the Modern Times buyout. From what I heard, I don't know if it's true. Somebody can say I'm right or wrong, but Maui Brewing bought them out, which to me would probably mean that Maui wants to set up they probably want to use a lot of their production to move their beer to the mainland, because I've heard a few podcasts. Craft Beer With Me has done some podcasts with them, and it sounds like it's really hard to plan and do all the logistics for brewing in Hawaii. You got to plan your grain months out and all that crap, and they run out of CO2 and lots of fun stuff there. But check out the Craft Beer With Me or Brewers Banter podcast with them to find out some more about Maui. And I may be wrong again with the who bought them out, but yeah. So that's that. Clawhammer did a really interesting video doing they did a mash. Oh, this guy wants to play. They did a mash with them checking the gravity at every few minutes. So with them, they showed kind of that it's not as necessary to do the full hour-long mash. Everyone still likes to do it. The one argument that I've seen for the hour-long mash, and it seems kind of legit, but maybe it's totally wacky, is just that with an hour-long mash, you can just kind of guarantee that consistency, whereas you can't necessarily, and after 30 minutes, always guarantee that it's going to be right down there. But I believe in check out the video and see what their results are. They were pretty good there. That was an interesting one. What other? Oh, Apartment Brewer. What did he do? Recently he did one. What did he do? He did. This guy's definitely not distracting. Hey-oh. Apartment Brewer has one out this week. I know he did recently one about his results at he put 5 or 6 or 4 beer to the National Homebrewers conference or competition there. National Homebrewers Conference. And he did really well on one of them. He did a video on all that. And Yeah, there's lots of ones I'm missing. Oh, I guess I can just look over here to the side if you don't mind me looking to the side, and I'll check my feed, see what kind of other great videos came out this week, because there was definitely some good ones. Okay, so yeah, like I said, okay, so we got announcing the Brew Dudes just released one less than a minute ago with no views right now, so I could click on it and be the first, but they're announcing we're brewing your recipe. They're doing a viewer submitted beer recipe series, so that could be interesting, especially if they do it randomly and then somebody could submit some fun stuff with there. Cascades Homebrew, I see just released one an hour ago with just True Matter, and they did a special bitter brew with that one. What else is going on? Oh, David Heath just reviewed one. If you're watching this because of the G70, David Heath just released a two-part video with some real good comparisons between the Brew tools, the Grainfather and the Brewzilla. And let's see, Adam Makes Beer released another part of his videos. He's doing a series with a deep dive on the IPA and the NEPA production at a full-scale brewery. Oh, Doug's playing with a balloon now. I assume he's not playing with a balloon anymore. And the Craft Beer Channel, Hop That Built Craft Beer. Haven't seen that one yet, a documentary. 54 minutes and 26 seconds. So if you got an hour you want to spend, check out the Craft Beer Channel's new video. It already has 2,500 views after 7 hours, so that could be an interesting one. Sounds like one that'll probably kind of watch/listen to on the way to work. And what other stuff we got? Oh, we got the Bitter Reality Brewing also released another one today of the Blickman Engineering Brew Easy Compact All-in-One Brew Easy Sight Glass Breakdown. Again, I haven't seen the video, so I don't know exactly what's the catchphrase from the title and what's the video and other stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it was Maui Brewing. Does Modern Times. So Dogfish Head released some stuff. Still It did some shorts. Let's see. Guess that's Get Her Brewed did learn some hopping techniques. And Brewlosophy podcast always released a bunch of good stuff. But I think the Brewlosophy podcast is actually going to be putting some time into their YouTube page right now. I think they're only sitting. Well, let's see what they're sitting at. They got a 4,000 subscribers, but their videos are just basically the audio from their podcast. So always great to listen to. Just no need to watch them so far. I think they will be putting some work into that soon, from what I've heard. And let's see. Oh, okay, and the Clawhammer Supply also did the brewing an India Pale Ale with 100% wild caught water. So if you want to know what wild water, how it works in the brew, you can look at that. That was actually a really well done video and funny. And yeah, there's probably a bunch more, but they're all buried in here. Top 5 easy beer recipes by Nikita Vorontsov. I'm saying that probably way wrong. Dr. Hans talked about pre-boiling water to improve the water quality and showed some real sketchy stuff there. And Bitter Reality Brewing talked about. I guess he's going to Nashville soon for a yeast training course with White Lab. So that'd actually be super interesting to do. I don't know what his plan is for content after that, but that could be pretty good. And yeah, let's see what else we're looking at. So that's my crappy update on the YouTubing. What's everyone drinking? What's everyone brewing? Anyone else brew today or plan on brewing this week or whatever? We need something to talk about. Otherwise, I'll have to get into the like plain old retro games or something on the screen. For this beer, I already have. You can see in the background here. I kind of already have the hops all measured out, so this should not be a long brew day, especially if I stick to the 40 minutes or 45 minutes for the mash, and then just do I'm still going to do an hour boil just for whatever, but my guess is I'll be cleaning up as the hoppy hour kicks off later. This guy does not want me streaming. Okay, let's see. Better get back to the chat if I can figure out how to get back to my page. This is so very tricky. Damn internets. Okay, we're back. Whoop, back there. Okay, so, hey, what's going on, CH? Yeah, Uncle Danny, you're good. James drinking a best bitter. Nice. Martin from the Homebrew Challenge did a video. Oh, yeah, okay, nice. how he saved time. He did a lot of 30-minute mashes and no sparge brews. Found it kind of interesting to watch the CH video after learning that. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's a... Yep, Brew Show. It's definitely time to drink already, but I won't be doing your challenge again because that's bullshit. I think you should do the live video of you doing your own challenge and see what it's like. You could do it with straight rum or something, or do it with a braggot or some sort of weird fermentation you got on the go there. Homebrew for life. Sorry to hear about the vid. Vid. What's up, Zach Pearson? Just kind of starting it off way too early for anything. Zach's probably, what is he, 7? So he's sitting at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, probably still finishing up a work day. Oh, Apex Predator White Raven IPA. This guy really wants up. Oh, you gotta finish. Oh, I'm not gotta stop advertising the big corporations. Let's see, a thing you can do on Twitch where you can host other people's channels, and we could do that for James. Maybe one day YouTube will steal that from Twitch too. Okay, nice. Yeah, that'd be a cool thing there. Yep, working currently. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was doing my latest video is taking way too long because I'm trying to read up a little bit and learn a little bit about the breweries before putting it out, so I can have something to actually say other than yep, good beer, good beer, good beer, good beer. But one of the big breweries I was at in Nashville was called Monday Night Brewing. Didn't realize until just yesterday that it's a brewery out of Atlanta, and that's a interesting. I guess let's see, have another crazy game going today. Padres Giants, nice. But yeah, like what does everyone think of? And this would be a good thing to talk about in the happy hour because you got a lot more input. But like, what does everyone think about kind of breweries that become big somewhere else, moving into your cities? And what do you think of that? Like personally, I guess it depends on where it is. Like, actually, it doesn't even depend on where it is, but I think if they bring a good atmosphere and good beer, then it's pretty good. I'm not the hugest fan that someone can or the hugest fan of just big money coming in and buying out brewery space and just hiring the best and doing the best. But if the atmosphere is right and they make good beer, then it's pretty good there. But the big beer, back to my discombobulated story, the Monday Night Brewing, they're moving into a area that's getting a huge redevelopment out in Nashville. It's called used to be the Newhoff Meatpacking Facility. Looks pretty much they bulldozed it, and it's just a huge development going up, high rises all over the place, and some, I guess, hip things there. And I guess the Monday Night Brewing is the one that got in there. And the thing that's cool about Monday Night Brewing, as much as they're a big brewery now, is they did start out in, I think it was like 2008 or something like that. 2008 or somewhere around that, or maybe not even that long ago, but it was just a bunch of dudes homebrewing in the back, homebrewing after, well, it said like a Bible study, so whatever there, but yeah, just a bunch of guys homebrewing and started a brewery and then worked their way up, started one location, got two, and now they're kind of in Atlanta, in Nashville. I don't know if they were the ones that were saying they're going to have a North Carolina thing. Another one of the cool breweries in Nashville was the oh man, now I got Tailgate Brewery was a pretty cool one there, and they have a couple fancy spots. They're one of the bigger ones because I think they have 3 or 4 locations. We went to the East Nashville one, but they do have like a downtown one and some other ones, and they might even be going to North Carolina. It's either them or Monday Night that's going to North Carolina, I forget. But something I did see is that they do have $50 500 ml bottles. When you looked at how they were done, they were, I think the 50, or I don't say 50, the 38, maybe it was $38. The $38 beer was a double barreled. So I guess you barrel age it in one for 6 or 8 months, and then you switch into a different barrel and barrel age it another 6 to 8 months. So that's, I guess, the reason why that would cost that. But when you break it down, I guess 500 milliliters, I don't know what kind of evaporation you get out of barrels, but 10, what are they, 30 gallons? So you might get 30 gallons or 25 gallons by the time evaporation happens. 100 liters, 200 beer. Yeah, that's a 800 or 8,000? 8,000. $8,000 for that barrel. That'd be delicious. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the biggest San Diego breweries are falling. Green Flash, Stone, Modern Times, Ballast Point. Who's next? Carl Strauss? No, Anheuser-Busch is going down. Was that Barrique? No, Barrique Brewing was... Barrique Brewing actually... They were kind of hard to find information on. I only found information on them through their Facebook site, and that was just kind of reading through their posts. They keep the Facebook site fairly updated. And I don't think they had as expensive beers, but they do have they did have a subscription club where you had to be a member of it to get some of the limited releases. And I have no idea what some of those limited releases might have been way higher than those ones. But Barrique's been around for about 4 or 5. Their tap room's been around just over a year, and Barrique Brewing had. I guessed that there was 1,200, I guess that there was 600 barrels in their tap room. And when I saw the things of what they did, they said they added 600 plus barrels in the tap room, and I think they already had another location with another 600 barrels. So in 4 or 5 years, they've gone from, I guess, 0. I don't know exactly how they started or where they started, but yeah, they went from like 0 to 1,200 barrels, which is kind of a crazy amount. But if that's all you're doing, and it'd be fun. I can't see myself doing any barrel stuff anytime soon. I was actually looking on More Beer today, and I think you can buy barrels off them, or might have been Northern Brewer, but they were still about $220 or something American for a 5-gallon barrel. Might have been only like $280 or something for a 10-gallon. So it would be real expensive if you wanted to have an actual little collection and play with it. Does anyone know if there's a cheap or decent places to get barrels? Because I don't really know of anyone. I haven't really hit up the local distillers, but I figured they have barrels that are too big. I'm not really ready to do a 10. I think you need about 10 batches of beer to fill a barrel. 10 5-gallon batches. I think it's 50-ish gallons. Maybe it's a little less. 30 gallons is what I was seeing on More Beer for their biggest barrel, so maybe it's only 30. But either way, that's a lot of commitment to potentially screwing something up. A lot of beer to dump at the homebrew scale. But let's see, anything else going on in here? Yep, Twin Monkeys is still rolling with us, maybe. And Uncle Dana, was that Barrique? No. Yeah, we already talked about that. Yeah, Barrique Brewing was actually probably, out of all the ones we went to in Nashville, Barrique Brewing would be the one that I'd really like to check out again more and actually spend some more time trying more of their beer and maybe talking to the brewers or something. What's going on, Gnome? Cheap barrels in Kelowna, BC from the wineries, but they make your beer taste like wine. Yikes. Yeah, I guess there might be. I don't know. I don't even know the barrel aging type stuff enough, but I don't know what. Must be some sort of wine flavor that'd be good in something, but not here. Actually, speaking of wine, that has nothing to do with wine, but kind of do with wine because it's from the grapes. I managed to order up some Phantasm today, so I'm hoping to get that and actually trying that out with some Thial Libre again soon. So I got about 2. Yeah, I probably won't have it for at least 2 or 3 weeks. So that video is probably a month or 2 away. But got some Phantasm. Going to try to brew up another batch. Try to redeem the Thial Libre. Not that it made a bad beer last time, but it definitely didn't add or do what I was thinking it was going to do. So got to do that. And yeah, in other news, I just ordered up some temperature, hopefully stuff that's going to work for temperature control. It's a coil that you can set up. It's made for the all-rounder, but I think it'll work I'm hoping for it to work on my, wrong side again. This one here, the Grainfather SF70. So I'm going to drill some holes in the top and hopefully we can put a chiller coil down through that. And let's see, CO2 regulator broke. What's a good brand to replace it, anyone? Minnesota, I don't know if there's a necessarily good brand, good used one. I haven't had any break, although I did learn something, and I'm surprised I never broke one doing it, but I never knew until I saw something online that you can't just keep your tanks on their side because otherwise the fluid, like the liquid CO2, leaks into the regulators, and apparently that kills them. Whether or not you can take it apart and fix it, I don't know, but apparently laying a full bottle on its side will leak CO2 liquid into the regulator somehow and mess it up. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know the science behind that one, but I know that I was storing the bottles on its side, but I think it must have been after it was empty, so the liquid wouldn't have gone into the exit somewhere there. So let's see. What are we sitting at? Might as well, since we're all bored and since everyone just recently did videos on the how long it takes to ferment and stuff. We are 24 minutes left, so we're 20 minutes in. I'm going to do a quick gravity check of that beer and see how she's looking. Use this trusty old thing that I don't trust, but we'll see. Well, the beer's looking fairly dark. I think it was like that last time. It kind of cleared up pretty good, but I'll just take a little sample. It's nice and hot, not calibrated. I always figure with a few drops and this going down, it kind of cools down by the time you look at it, but I may be wrong on that. Let's see. Yeah, it might need to come down a bit because it's already showing 1060, and I guess that makes sense because I haven't sparged. So it's 1060, but it's also a concentrated wort. There's only 35 liters in there, so really testing this at this time meant nothing, surprisingly. It's weird. I did something that was useless. Here's my little spray bottle. Dry it with my professional drying gear. And just let that sit there. Yeah. Let's see what we got for Minnesota Fats CO2 PO. Just looking at those, Mr. Thanks. Good regulators are available at welding supply shops. Amazon is mostly garbage import stuff. Never had an issue with my double. Okay, and I guess that's the CO2 PO. For me, I just have Kegland ones, and then whatever ones I got used. I never tried any different ones. Really, the Kegland ones, the double I have up on the shelf there. I don't know if I can get that there up on the fridge. That's a Kegland one. It comes with the duotite fitting, so it's nice and easy, but that is the one I had sideways, and it isn't the most sensitive at the bottom end of it. It seems to kind of jump a little bit when I'm trying to change the settings, which may be a product of me screwing it up by keeping it on its side. But yeah, no issues with I haven't had any issues with the Kegland stuff, and let's see what they're around here. The Kegland ones are... Yeah, the Kegland, you can get the single one here for $89.99, and the dual one's $129.99. Let's see, what do you say? CO2 PO. Yeah, and the CO2 PO. Wow, that looks a lot fancier and less plasticky than the Kegland one, but the CO2 PO here, I can't get it. They don't have it at the Brew HQ where I shop, but at Toronto Brewing Supplies they're $179.99, so not a crazy difference in price. But let's see what else. So no one's brewing tonight, and now we will go and see. Okay, might as well talk about something else. Let's show you how to potentially screw up a batch of beer. I'll bring up my Brewfather again and show you my latest brewing, what I screwed up. You'd never guess that I screwed something up, but so the latest beer I'm doing, and it'll be my next grain to glass video, is a California Common, and here's what my fermentation profile and multiple screens looked like. But there's what my fermentation profile looked like on that, and you can see with it I pitched it somewhere in the range of, it was a little bit hot, it didn't cool down a lot, but actually that might have just been the pill kind of figuring it out. But I pitched it, went down to 22 degrees. I had planned on it hopefully going down to the temperature of the basement, but it didn't go down too much temperature before the yeast kicked in. I double pitched a California kind of lager yeast. It was the first time I used a Mangrove Jack yeast, and it took off right away. It was bubbling. It was bubbling the morning after, so within 8 hours it was bubbling. And then having double pitched it like you normally do a lager, even though with the common you're supposed to ferment it at the kind of the ale temperatures. I did that, and the high fermentation brought it all the way up to 24 degrees, which is well above the recommended range of the California common lager. So that went up to 20 degrees. So I haven't really done the research yet to see what kind of grade off flavors I'm going to expect. I'll probably just wait and test it and then see what comes up there. But as you can see, it kind of stopped fermenting after, I don't know, I guess that's day 2.5 or day 2 down to 1016. So it went from 1056. So it lost 40 points in not much more than 48 hours. And then now it's gone from 1016 down to 1014. And it's supposed to be at a final gravity somewhere in the 1010 range. So who knows? Might have screwed that up, might have not. But either way, we will see what happens with that. And let's see. Okay, nice, Pasquaca. Yeah, the sale price is crazy. Yeah, that's the Grainfathers aren't usually that cheap. And like honestly, like the S40, like it doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles, but I don't really even use I don't even use the web app too much. I know it comes in pretty handy, especially like someone mentioned earlier, like you can have it all heated up and ready to go. Let's see, fresh brews time. I got an experimental pseudo lager fermenting under pressure. Tasmanian Devil IPAs, carbon in the keys. I love this stuff. Nice, brewing bed. Yeah, I need to have. I kind of dropped the ball. I think I did. I'm not sure what I did for brewing, but I kind of missed out on a couple weeks. Missed out on a couple weeks of brewing. I think I must have been off a month, maybe even 5 or 6 weeks. So all my beers started to go empty. Like within the last week, I kicked it was the Irish Red, but that was from March. I kicked the Pilsner, and then also kicked my first attempt at the Thial Libre batch. So I still have 2 or 3 on tap, but yeah, I need to get brewing. So I got the common. I'll have this blonde ale done. Probably give a keg of it to my brother there, and another guy down the street might give a keg too. But that's about it. So I'll have at least half a keg for myself on this one, and just hoping that it kicks in. But let's see. Batches last time. Let's see. Yeah, it was 23. Yeah, I guess the last batch I did before this weekend was the second time I did the milkshake IPA beer. So that was I brewed basically exactly a month ago. So it was July 4th, and I guess that was the last live stream I did, or the live stream brew day I did there, and then got her on the go now. But yeah, we're back at it. We got a common ready, which will be my next grain to glass. I'll probably have that. I'd say it'll be 2 or 3 weeks before that, maybe 2 weeks. I don't think. Well, I got to finish the video this week, and then next week I'm either doing a top 5 type video or not top 5, but a 5 type video, or might do the grain to glass on that one. And yeah, lots of ideas, just zero execution time. It's weird. Like summer, it's almost as if you want to hang outside and do things in the sun as opposed to sitting behind the computer and editing. What you got, Brew Show? Anything coming up? I know. Actually, I think I may have missed your latest video. Let's see what we got here for. Says Party Time Brewing's live. Let's see. Brew Show. Nope. Introduction to Brusho. Tips and techniques. What is Brusho? I use it for my watercolor painting. Not the right one. The Brew Show. 21.1. Okay, leveling up with herbs. Yeah, it shows that I watched it, but I think I started watching it and didn't have a chance to finish it. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that, because it would be nice to up my game with the herbs and all that sort of stuff. Let's see, trying to fit in a few lagers before summer ends. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to I still want to get the, I need to do a Philly sour. I want to try, I still have some Philly sour yeast kicking around. I think I've had it for almost a year now, and yeah, I need to give that a shot. I think I'll do it. I'll just use I got the raspberry extract. I think it's extract, or no, raspberry concentrate. I got a can of that concentrate, so look forward to giving that a shot and seeing how that works. Just got to do a little bit of research on the best way to use the Philly sour yeast, because I've heard it's good to add a lot of well, maybe not a lot, but you want to have a good amount of dextrose in there, so it likes the sourness, likes the just the pure sugar. Let's see. Yeah, the slow rover. I decided to. I think so far I'm going to keep my 22 gallons set up, but that's mostly because I want to have the option for the sparge water if I really get into starting to do multiple batches. So if I want to do the multiple batches, especially with the sparge water amount here, I already cooled down or heated up to almost boiling. I think it was 20 liters in that pot back there. And then I have another Grainfather there. I'm basically just going to mix the water in the Grainfather in that pot, and that should give me some good amount of sparge water. But yeah, the non so short answer is basically, or the short answer instead of the long answer is, I am going to keep the propane set up, I think, for now, just so I can possibly do a double batch if things get busy, if I end up opening a business, and it'll be good for the sparge water if I ever get things cleaned up and ready to go. But you can see it's kind of sitting back here, kind of gaining dust. But I guess there. John Bell, how do I long-term store yeast? I don't really have any. I long-term store it basically because I have mostly dry yeast. I haven't had much luck with long-term storing any of the. I have a few pitches of escarpment, and most of that stuff I've tried to revive once or twice, and it just hasn't really worked. But I would like to try to do that, or maybe I'll make a video of just trying to revive a bunch, like 4 or 5 different packs of that, and see if it's ways to go. I don't know if Martin from the Homebrew Challenge has a video on it, but there are some videos out there about more long-term storage. It sounds like what they do is. My thoughts on it, which are probably totally wrong, or based on a few podcasts listening to Martin from the Homebrew Challenge, and I think even Flora Brewing might have a video on some storing of yeast. But you can buy the small little vials, and I guess they store some of the yeast in those. And Martin from the Homebrew Challenge said with glycerin. So I guess you freeze them with glycerin, and apparently they can be reconstituted pretty good. But yeah, dry yeast in the freezer. That's where I keep it, I think, or sometimes actually my Philly sour might be in the fridge. So I don't know if it really matters with the dry yeast. It has like a couple year shelf fluid. Yeah, there you go. Pasquaca glycerin cryo fluid. Martin covers it. I'm not sure what they cover there, but I know with those, when you're doing it with the really small amounts, and from what I've heard, you really only want to go, like every time you do another batch, you only want to go kind of 10-1. So it really takes, like, if you want it to long-term store it in a vial. And it would be cool to have a nice collection of different yeasts, but you do have to do a bunch of starters. So you take that like 10 milliliter vial, bring it up to 100 milliliters, then do that 100 milliliters up to a liter, and then you'd probably want to take that liter up to 2 liters. So you might want to do 3. You'd probably have to do 3 kind of starter periods. So it might take you a week to get that yeast back. If you had an area set up that was nice and clean and good to go with a good sanitization station, it probably wouldn't be an issue. It just kind of scares me doing 2 or 3 different times to grow it without what do you call it, spoiling it or making it have some sweet natural flavors. And let's see what else we got. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the long-term yeast. Give it a little check over here, see what we got for time left. Now we got about 10 minutes before we start ramping up that temperature for the mash out. I'm actually going to jump back and put fancy limpy. Just going to turn this back on. It's still pretty. Yep, it's still hot. But yeah, we're going to turn that back on, get the heat going there. And yeah, that's about half of the sparge water. So the 20 liters, it needs 40 liters for the sparge total. So that's not necessarily easy, but let's see what else we got here. I can kind of move this out of the way, and we can go over, not really go over, but get that all bouncing, shaking around, mix the, still moving, standing in front of it, getting the shot there. So what's that looking at right now? Let's see, go up a bit. I'll just bring this up here and just since hey, what's going on, Jorge? Yeah, I'll just give a quick little overview here. That might not be the clearest, but whatever. This is basically, I'd already cleaned my spike out, but I figure I'd just show you the kind of sanitization process, and it's kind of the same process I use totally. But if you look here, and this is just for the cleaning. With this thing, I got down low. I got I think it's a mudder, basically like a tile mud or something like that tray, or maybe even not even tile mud, maybe just something for mudders or mixing concrete or something. But it was only like a $7 thing at the Home Depot. I just had to cut a little bit off the end of it so it fit in under the drain, and that stops you from the necessity to buy $50 or $60 worth of extra pipes and kind of have it up on a height. So now I can sit it down there. This here is just a submersible pump that I got from Princess Auto, which is I don't know what your cheap fittings and a little store equivalent is in the States, but that's what I got there. So it's a 3/4 horsepower submersible. It works a lot better. I have a Riptide as well, but the Riptide doesn't really push the water as well as the submersible pump. So like a 1/2 horsepower or 3/4 horsepower, I think it was about $70 Canadian. The only problem with it, and I need to make something for it, but is you just kind of got to manually plug it in for it to work. I might gear up a table. Let me get a little lower here. I might gear up a table with let's see if I change that a tiny bit. Might gear up a table with Harbor Freight's probably what that would be. But yeah, so you just got to plug it in. I might gear up a table with a plug on a switch, and then you could just have it plugged in and use it. But more or less, you go plug it in, and I have it right now. It might be a little loud there, but I have it just hooked up to where the thermal well is. I already did the cleans at the top there, so it's just pumping it through there, and then I just kind of watch the bottom and make sure it's not foaming too much, and I keep some of the stuff open. So I just put the sip ball in a couple different holes there, and yeah, you just want to make sure you get that sanitization fluid everywhere, and that's enough of that. I'm pretty happy with that being more or less clean, but that's pretty much where I go with for the cleaning. I always start with just rinsing it out with water, get all the crap in there, and get out the crap with water, so you're not recirculating tube and everything. And then I do a run of the why am I blanking? Run of the PBW, and then after that, quick rinse, and then a run of the sanitizer. So it does take quite a bit to do it with the sip ball. Another video which might be interesting would be doing a side-by-side cleaning, or at least the time I should maybe after this I'll time a cleaning without a sip ball, and then the next batch I'll do a cleaning with the sip ball and see kind of does it make sense to clean in place. Possibly the only reason you do it is because you want to practice up for what you'd need to do if you ever were working at a commercial brewery that had the bigger systems that you don't really have a choice but to use the sip balls. But don't know there, but yeah, Princess Auto got started selling Army surplus. Used to sell Army Jeeps new in the crate for like $500. Yeah, I think they started out of Winnipeg there somewhere. They had a few big crazy ones, but yeah, they had they have a lot of surplus stuff there, and then pretty much anytime I need like a fitting or something cheap for a pipe, I'll go there. And you can always find, they always have stuff on sale that you don't need, but you kind of think you might need, so spends a lot of money at that place there. So yeah, that's a nice view of that thing semi-clean now. So I have to put that back together a little bit and see what else we got on the go here. We're getting close to ramp up temperature time on the old thing there. Get this back so you can see if you care to see, which you may not, but whatever. Nothing else to really look at. So let's see. Wow, look at that. Some fancy stuff. And so we got 4 minutes left in that. So 4 minutes left. We got some sparge water over there. I think what I'm actually going to do is, I think you can see the background here. I got about, actually it's right around 20 liters here. 20 liters in the other Grainfather, which I've more or less just used as a storage. I don't think you can see it there. Maybe if I slide it over here a little more, or over here a little more. There you go. So got about 20 liters in there. Got a little bit more in here. Oh, it's about another 20 liters, so never mind, it's about the same. So I'm just going to start, going to do a fancy, do some fancy, this is one of the most important part, blending sparge waters. Blending sparge waters. If you haven't ever blended sparge waters, you're not much of a home brewer. So yeah, here's a complete lesson. You take a jug, and you go 1 part cold water with 1 part possibly screw you up if you get yourself covered in it water. Blending waters for sparge. Take notes. One might want to make sure they know which part of the video we're looking at right now and save that, because this is good stuff. Okay, so no idea what the temperature of either of that was, but why not plug in and find out? Make some loud noises for you. Yeah. Okay, so I am plugging in a Inkbird, because they're supposed to have pretty good temperature check. 20 degrees in here. Put it in the water. See what we're getting to. Up to 50. We're up to at least sparge temperature. No, it's not crazy. We're at 70. 75. You give it a little stir, see what that does. So 77, 78 might be at 80 once it's gone. And then if I go over to this one here, let's see how warm she got. She's definitely not up to that right temperature, but I don't really have an easy way to heat up all the water, so we'll just go with the blended water so far for the sparge. And that's how you uselessly blend water. So it looks like I'll have won't have the quite full sparge water temperature, but it should be around 50 or 55 degrees by the time I get that going. Yeah, it's free range. Oh, look at that, time's up. And I just okay, so we're going to bring that up to 75. So we'll keep that going for now. I want to, let's clear this out of the way. I got a bucket somewhere with some sanitizer. Just remembering that I don't have a tripod set up yet with my block and tackle, so I got 15 minutes to get that figured out. Because the Grainfather, the 25 pounds of grain, and the basket there is fairly heavy. And this I'm just putting the water out of the tray into the bucket. The pump works pretty good, as you can see here. I'll probably spray everywhere. But yeah, works. Doggy's curious. Get all that sweet sanitizer. Silence is golden. I'll do it the safe way by just pulling it when it's, and you can see once it starts cavitating, you shut her off. Would be cool to have some automatic stuff there, but that's good for now. And again, this thing's pretty cool. Throw it over here, get all the sanitizer on the floor. And just dump the rest in. And that tray is pretty good for, they come in handy for, I find it's handy for cleaning kegs and whatnot there. Anything you need to, oh, this is a horrible place to put that lid. Anything you need to do for a quick cleaning that you might be a little sloppy with the water, that tray is pretty good. Okay, so that's that. This thing's somewhat clean. I'm going to take out the sip ball. Looks like a fun toy. Actually, I don't need that anymore. And just put back the thermal well in this thing, which was already sanitized. I think just a plain stainless brew bucket would be the ideal kind of thing to use. I'll leave this one open here and let it do any draining that it might need to. I guess over here makes sense. Where was I? Okay, so now we need to possibly set up something for lifting the grain. And I will try not to mess that up too much. So this will, I guess that doesn't need to be there right now. Take this. Things a tiny bit cleaned up. That's what you tuned in for, to watch some cleaning. Here, how about some mopping? We'll just people could just come in now and think the stream's over. I just won't talk. Went full Snoop Dogg and just forgot to shut off my stream. I'm just casually cleaning. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, we got that. I am going to go get a ladder. I'll be right back, and you can possibly still hear me when I go get a ladder, but there's nothing going on there. Open the door. Dog wants to come outside. Got a ladder. Oh, dog's scratching at the door. Dog doesn't like the ladder. More cobwebs, though. They might help with the beer. I've already added them once. Now, this may have been a horrible idea, because usually I have this set up before I bring it inside. So I don't know how good this will work. Let's look through that here. Okay, that goes like that. how to fold open the ladder. If you're really bored, you can look up, I think the Home Shopping channel had one of the early days of YouTube viral video things. The Home Shopping channel had something like one of these ladders, and they were demoing it. And the guy broke it pretty well, but they still were selling it. Okay, that's a ladder. Dog really doesn't like this. Okay, so that's set up here. Yeah, real exciting. Dog's looking up the stuff. I will sit down, see what we got. So we're at 75 degrees. I'm going to give it a 10 minutes. And then I will start the sparge, or lift it and get ready with the sparge. But let's go back to the, yeah, those ladders are the devil. Yeah, they definitely could be there. Those Wask homebrew stores are so far away. Have to have everything shipped. Hell, it's cheaper for me to get shipped from Brew HQ on the other side of the country than from Edmonton. Yeah, the Brew HQ seems to have decent, I don't know what they're, I think they're $100 or something, and it's, yeah, and free shipping for some stuff. But like, yeah, in the US, it's super cheap to ship stuff. Like Uncle Dana does the shipping for the US side of it for me, and it's crazy. Like a hat, I gotta get the hat, the store online there, but I'll have these hats up here, and basically, I wanted to sell them a little bit cheaper, but I think they're gonna basically have to be about $30 American, and I'll include shipping, but they have to be about 30 American just to cover the shipping. In the States, it's only $5 or $6, but it's a little harder to get down there. And then in Canada, it's right around $15, so it's barely a break even. And then that price point may be too low as well. It might be a losing money business. Not that I'm to make good money, but I want to get some hats out to people. Okay, almost done this. It's almost beer time. Okay, so we got a ladder set up. I guess, yeah, 2 farm breweries. Hey, what's going on, Beerqua? Just noticed you're in there. Let's see how far back I missed on the, I think I missed away his head to piss in the sink. Yep, 10-4 Sparge. Man, I really haven't been on there. Harbor Freight. Let's see. Just checking over the chats here, see what's going on. Citra hops and Voskvike yeast, debating on throwing a batch together. I think that's a fantastic mix there. The NEPA would work great with just Citra and the Kvike. I love the Kvike for the NEPAs because I'm looking for that citrusy taste, and I find if you really stress it out with the heat, or not even stress it out, just do what it's supposed to with the heat, they seem to work pretty good there. And yeah, I've done the yeah, any kind of any other stuff for those, which makes no sense, but let's see where we are at. I did a citrus mash, kegging it tonight. Nice, John. That should be tasty. Can't go wrong with that. And the 0.5, yeah, I use the 0.5 for pretty much everything. It's nice and easy, and I like the fact I just have a brick of it, so I'm pretty much, that's like, I think a brick gives you about 50 brews, and the bricks are somewhere in the $100 or $80 range, so $2 a pitch. You can always have some around, and if you ever just want to make a beer, you're pretty much ready without going out and spending anything fancy. Use 3 Spike Flex, they're good for 20 gallons. The Spike Jeans looks like a 15. Yeah, it's a Beerqua. That's a CF 15 or 18 or whatever they call it. And Beerqua was the how's the you're the one that modified up your flexes, aren't you? Like put the heater or something in them, or set them up to brewing. Let's see, some grapefruit rinds. Not sure about those. Those ladders are the devil. Yep, they definitely are. I haven't had any bad luck with them, but I always, every time I'm up, especially when I have it like stretched to the 16 feet, and you're going up a tree or something, like I don't trust that it's not just gonna swallow me and then do a quick glorious land. And party time trucker hat. Yep. Let's see. where do you get bulk yeast like that? I think you can buy most of the sites. I think you can buy them on. This was I think this might have been a homebrew distributor that there was a bulk buy for the homebrew club, but I know you can buy. I was looking at Omega's site today and looking at possibly buying a brick of the Lutra Kveik, because that seems to be a good little workhorse there. The only problem with the Lutra is that it's $175 American for a 500 gram brick. Lutra is crazy expensive. Like even if you buy the 6-packs of single pitches, it's I think it's like almost $60 or 50 something dollars. So in Canada, that would still put a pitch being at $7 or $8, but still better than the $12.99 or something they charge at the. Can't even get it at the local store, but at the Toronto Brewing, I think it's $12 or so. Minnesota Fats don't even mess with wet yeast anymore. No, Minnesota, I don't really touch it too much. The only time I really use and I still have a few kicking around that I need to use, but the only time I really find I use it is if I have the idea for the brew and I actually buy it kind of on the day of the brew, because otherwise I tend to leave them there and then I'll get a different idea and whatever. But yeah, so I guess that's caught up in the old chat. Let's I'm just gonna jump over and grab the block and tackle for the setup. This thing's been really annoying to me a few times, because if it's not like strung correctly, it gets really, really hard to pull. So now I'm just hoping that it's, oh yeah, look at that. So it's nice and ready. I think this thing was about $50 on Amazon, and just gives you a real easy pull for your grain. So now I just need to put something across the top of the ladder. Usually I just tie up a strap so I can hook it on. So just go up the ladder here. You should see me fall back down the ladder in a second or two. Just going up out of sight. You get a beer belly and crotch shot there. I think that's the best I can do. But it's basically tying something on here so I can hook on the whatever you call it, something. Hook on the block and tackle. Ideally, I think it would be a little bit higher, but this seems to work. Hear my hard breathing going up and down the ladder. I'm super fit. And then I just hook this on there. It's not locked on. Famous last words if I don't lock it on. So there we go, locked on. It'll be hard to take off now, but that should allow me to lift a lot heavier stuff. A lot heavier stuff. Three points of contact with the crotch shot. Yeah, exactly. Alcoholism takes commitment. Nice. Yeah, I turned the Flex into a small batch system. Yeah, he did a nice setup on that. Upside down. Let's see. So what do we got left? 3 minutes left. Start wheeling this over here. See if I can get that shot of here a little different or better or worse, whatever. This is where I hope my cheap stand doesn't collapse. And stop the pump. Basically, you just pull out it's a little different than the old G70. It just has a male in that you just plug in, and it's nice and easy to set up there, take out. So that's that. Now I need the rod, which I think is somewhere over here. Luckily, my organization system is amazing here. And it's pretty much the same thing as the other version of the Grainfather. I saw the Bruiser one actually has a pretty cool setup because it's a. I wonder if that's going to probably be a little bit funky. I'll just leave the little tension on that. And actually I think we're good for, see that? It might fall in there in a second. See if there's anything more interesting for a shot. No, that looks about as interesting as she gets there. Maybe bring it up a little bit. And here'll soon be the shot where you see me really screw things up when it collapses or jumps back into it. Let's see. Okay. So that's done there. Let's see how we can get this. I think I may have to twist the yeah, still definitely not like that looks pretty straight. Still not easy to do this. There we go. It's kind of locked a bit, so it was if the ladder was sturdy, you could just pull it from a distance, but I kind of pull it directly underneath because otherwise it may knock the ladder over, and don't really want that wart on the floor. So just go slow and steady. Nothing classy like with the Grainfather and the other Grainfather with the quick raises. This feels like it was harder to do than last time, but don't know. Sounds like it's sparging. But I don't need anyone to help me when you do it this way. I think Gnome's way to do it with a, what do you call it, an electric winch would be ideal, because you could put the electric winch up there, have it centered, and you wouldn't worry about it pulling the ladder down or something along those lines. But I think if this thing was spun around the other way, I'd be able to pull it a little easier. But almost there. So easy. So that's not too bad. I'll just get this out of the way already. So it worked. I didn't crash or lose it. This may be on there a little tighter than I want it to be, but we'll see. Any little goodies from the ladder will fall down into the mash. It's always tasty. And yeah, another crotch shot. So there. That's not what I need to do. And just trying to take this out. It's a little bit finicky. So I'll drop this into the wort and make it a little oily, but good boil will get rid of that taste. Loud noises. Okay, so that's there. I'll just leave the ladder there for fancy looks for now. Actually, I don't like it. I will get rid of it after I get rid of this. Almost back. You'll start dumping in that sparge water. Start with the mixed. I guess we'll just keep going with the mixed for now. Get that sparge going. So 40 liters. Take a few minutes to sparge through 40 liters, but we'll see. And again, just blend in water in the background. Probably about 40 degrees, not quite 40 or 50, but still can touch it and keep your finger on, so it's not too hot of sparge water, but that's all I got. I usually forget it anyway, so this is a fairly good step forward. But yeah, for anyone tuning in, we're making a blonde, and we're sparging now. Trying to get it finished for 10 o'clock our time, Atlantic time, so we can watch the happy hour and actually relax and enjoy it instead of finishing up a brew day during it. Exciting views. And did anybody find any new videos that were stoked on YouTube this week or anything like that? Anybody release something that was like an awesome one? I think probably favorite of the week would have been the Wild Water one by Clawhammer, but I'm assuming there's some other good ones. Brewing or non-brewing related? Now this gets annoying. Oh, I know what I do. I can shut this off, mix this in with the Grainfather. Now the water's heated, kind of. Don't need to worry about this. This can go back in since I got enough room for it now. And now we got about 30 liters to dump in there, but I can scoop the first bunch. It's warm, but it's not hot. And it makes no sense not to be heating that up, so we got put it up to 99 so I don't miss a boil over or something like that. And I guess I can get back on here for a minute. That'll take a few minutes to sparge out where that's at, but yeah. Yeah, balance the sparge water. Small pond pump and the length of hose. Yeah. Actually, I never thought of that, but something that made sense would be good. Or just have it on the camera and have a pump with an on-off switch. I can just do that. Or a sparge arm. Sparge arm would probably make the most sense, but yeah, Clawhammer match lengths was a pretty good one there. We got Outdoors Moose Meat IPA. Nice beer quads. Cheers. And back there, looks easier than when I use the block and tackle to hang a moose. Yeah, the moose. I don't know what that would weigh with all the wort in there going through the sparge and the grain. I bet you it's probably not much more than 100 or 100 and I doubt it's even 100 pounds. I'm just probably a wuss. It's probably only like 70 or 80 pounds. Let's see. 6 minutes till. He's getting out his rod. Yep, must be beer o'clock. It is beer o'clock because I think I'm done my pop, and I should get a glass. Hold on, everybody, hold the chat down on your own. See how many comments you can make before I get back. Or you can hear commentary as I walk through my house to the kitchen to get a glass. Ooh. Spy with my little eye, a spot where the dog peed on the floor. That's awesome. Fantastic. I guess we're going with a glass from Rail Yard. I think Rail Yard was, it was outside the Calgary airport there somewhere. Seemed to be a pretty good brewery, but I went to it just before the plane, so I did not get a chance to really go through that. Do I want the, what do I got on beers? Yeah, we'll just go with the Milkshake IPA for now. That one's probably going to run out fairly soon, but this one pours a lot better than the Irish Stout. Not sure if the Milkshake IPA is supposed to be clear, but she ended up going pretty, not fully brilliant, but she's pretty clear over after a little bit. Let's see what we got. Yeah, the documentary on hops by the Craft Beer Channel, that'll be good. Missed the sink and blame the dog. Yeah, yeah, that's already dark out there. Yeah, we're almost at dark. It's 8:08. I think I want to say sunset's around 8:30 and it's dark around 9. But I guess we're almost full moon, so it's maybe goes a little better. Oh, I forgot to put my beer pouring thing up. There we go, pouring beer. Oh yeah. Let's see, 5 p.m. Nice. You know what time it is here? This one. Whoa. Probably gonna hear that twice. Yeah, that's where I got with that. Got the speaker on in the background, forgot about that, so it might be a little repeaty. Someday I'll figure out audio, but it's impossible. Mostly impossible. I don't really have an audio set up on this computer when I have it set up in the garage. I really need to do it on a laptop because this is kind of ridiculous to have this set up in like this, but okay, sorry, Goose Fraba. You know what time it is?
Party time brews. This song ain't no good, but we got nothing to lose. Party time brews. Here's another brewing clip. You can watch it if you choose.
And we're back from a long commercial break. Curious if that actually had audio on it. When I did the intro there, did it have audio, or was that just the video? Because I didn't get the audio through this side, but it looks like it's showing up there. Whatever happened to 2 Moose beer? Aussies loved it. ND sold like hotcakes. Can't tech. Can brew it though. I can brew thought. Beer Quack can brew thought. That would be impressive. I should brew thought sometime and come up with some really funny something. I've seen something I've been thinking about for a while, although I think Genus, I don't know if they've done it yet, or I saw them maybe prepping for it, but it'd be interesting to just take all my ingredients and just make a wheel, and you just spin the wheel to make a beer. Doesn't matter style, doesn't matter anything. You just spin for percentages and whatnot. Or you just spin adjuncts until you hit their max percentage. Maybe pick 5% at a time. Go up to 20% with adjuncts. And then just spin for a base malt, spin for a... And then have the hop wheel, I guess. So it'd actually take a lot of stuff there. No video, just you picking your nose live. That makes sense. Crap. Can't pick my nose anymore. It's caught in my mustache on the way up. Although it filters it on the way down, so they come in handy for something. Let's see. See how long that thing's going to take to go. We're already up to 84.5 degrees, on its way to 99. I guess probably good for another scoop in there. So yeah, what I really need to do is finally get the plugs in here that are I have one 240 volt, but it'd be nice to actually get a GFI or one that's not going to electrocute me 240 volt, and actually have 2 of them so that I can have the G30 going and the G70 going at the same time. or if I ever went all business-like and needed to get another G70 or another 240-volt system, I would have it. So really what I got to do is get the full package and get like a 60 amp sub panel set up, and then be ready if I ever want to have like a 3-vessel system or anything like that, or if there's even ever need to have a 3-vessel system. But I think for what I'm going to do, the Grainfather works great. And if I had 2 of them, you could do basically 5 kegs at a time, which would be, yeah, pretty much not quite a barrel, but would be pretty close. Don't know how much more I'll get to doing that, but we'll see. Bought the cooling stuff today, so we'll try to get that set up. Wheel of beer. Yeah. Wheel of beer, kind of like the beer wheels that Dana got me. He got me some of these, and they're pretty. Haven't studied them or learned them all yet, but these are pretty cool wheels. They're just like flavor wheels and hop wheels and stuff. So you get a hop flavor wheel, and you can see kind of what's on there. Don't want to show it too long due to copyright type crap. But yeah, I dropped a NEMA L360 Live plug into a bucket of sanitizer. The breaker worked as it should. Yeah, it should for the most part do that. I wanted to, like, for a start, I think I've already talked about this talked about this for a bitch, but I'd like to get a immersion heater for so I can just use one of these Grainfather fermenters in the background. I could fill that with my 40 liters of water and just drop a 1500 watt immersion heater in there, and it'd take about 2 hours for 40 liters. But as long as you started it before the beer started, it would be good. Manual sparge makes me barf. That actually makes me happy, Yeast. I'm so glad. Hope you got it all over your keyboard or your mouse, or I don't know what you have set up for a station there to watch. I'm assuming probably all your best stuff is laid out on the table that you just barfed all over. So that's good to see. Broadcast tonight. I think John. I'm pretty sure I haven't heard a no from CH. He was. Yeah, I guess he's probably doing it. I might stop by, say hi. This is my this is what you call it, my selfish stream. I'm streaming it because I only need about I think I need about what do you call it? Just about 20 more hours on my website, and then I'll be clicked over there for that monetizing side, and then I can stop trying to put out random content all the time and really start focusing on quality, because it's going to get a lot better immediately as soon as I'm making that sweet YouTube cash, which is, I think I'd be lucky to get $20 a year. But either way, it would be cool to just have a YouTube check. I can post it on the wall with my mustache when I'm done growing it. John Bell, cheers. See ya. Have a good one. Yeah, it's a long time to watch if you're watching this and then going into the broadcast. That would be, and especially if you get Aliaz and Gnome on there, could go till 3 or so. What kind of colored Lamborghini are you going to buy? I'm going with a white one, but I'm going to have to I'm getting a 1990 Countach. It's a little rusty. It's a fixer-upper, but I think that's what I'll go with. Yeah, that's what we'll be driving to your house in 2 weeks when we come up there to mess it up. Oh, and in case anyone's wondering, which they're not, the other week when I went camping, there was a brewery 22 kilometers away, which most people would find a normal easy bike ride, but I did not. It took me about almost 2.5 hours to get there. But it makes beer delicious when you just exhaust yourself before trying a beer. And we're going camping in another 2 weeks, and I just found out that I can bike the rail to trail there to go to see Tanner Brewing, which is out of Chester, and that's about the exact same. It's about another 22 kilometer bike ride. So looking forward to tackling that one again. Diablo's where it's at. Yeah, YouTube Check IPA. Yeah, that's a good one there. Yeah, I mean, I know I've asked this before, and I probably got the answers, and I know some videos I need to do. Like I need to do a video. I'd like to do a video on the Spike CF15 that I have there. Not the best, not the one to get the most views, but it'd be nice to just kind of lay it out and show people what it's like and the cleaning and all that sort of stuff. But what other kinds of videos do people like watching? Like, do people like the grain to glass? Do they like the tips? Do they like just doing stuff? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'll do a pretty crappy, video vlog going to Nashville, but that's coming together. I basically have way too much script that I need to cut down, and by script I just mean I did a little bit of research, and it seems like I'd like to say a ton about each brewery, but when you go to 6 or 8 breweries and if you talk 2 or 3 minutes on each one, it gets a little crazy. So don't want to make the videos too long, and I don't know, like, how long I guess another question is, what do when people see a video pop up, what's the time length that pops up when you see a video and see how long it's going to be that you say, not for me or not today? Or decide to kick it to the 2x speed, because I can't say I haven't done that a lot on some videos. Like if they're a little bit long, I just set it to play at 2x speed, and I can still, for the most part, I can hear everything. You might miss a thing or two, but 2x speed is where it's at if you don't really have the time to watch a video. Although I don't think it gives, I think it only gives half the view time to the YouTuber. So really what you should be doing is, as soon as this live stream's over, put it in a playlist with all my other live streams and play it at quarter speed. Leave that bad boy playing, and we will beat the system. And then I will probably lose because people did that. They'll see that and then they'll immediately kick me off of YouTube. Okay, Beer Qual likes the live brews. I like the chat, like chatting during a live brew day. It's awesome to be able to have people around. Otherwise, the wife's gone. I'd be talking to my dog, looking all weird and stuff, or sorry, weirder. 15 to 20 minutes max. Yeah, I think 15, 16. Okay, yeah. Grain to glass. I find I need to say a little bit more about the recipe and that, and then maybe tone down the horrible reviews a little bit. But I think 8 or 9 minutes for a grain to glass. I like to see, unless you're really into it. And I know Apartment Brewer does almost 30-minute videos for the grain to glass, but I find his are great to listen to in the car on the way to work. Like, you can get most of the visuals. You can pull over on the side of the road and watch it if you want, but most of the visuals don't matter as much as the kind of content. And he gives a lot of good feedback and good reasoning why he's using certain ingredients, and sometimes the good histories and stuff like that. So they're pretty good. And I think the Live Brews offers enough reality on edit to inspire people to get brewing. Yeah, it shows how it's a pretty casual thing. I need to get one of those, what do you call it? Need to get one of those chest timers, so I can actually, like, someday press the button when you're brewing or doing work for the brew day, and then press the button when you're not doing work, and then you might actually be able to see, okay, in a 4-hour brew day, I'm only actually doing stuff for an hour, so it's really only an hour's work. But you do have to be kind of sitting by and watching it, like I'm not right now, forgetting about my sparge. Still going. Haven't missed out. I'm going to have to feat of strength this, I think, right now. See how that goes. Got a little bit in there. A little bit much. And there's that. We're already up to 91 degrees on there, so it's not... initially, on my first brew day with that, I was kind of worried about the times it would take to heat up, but it's not bad at all. I know I'm going to go lazy on the sparge here and let 10 liters or so go right through the overflow into there. I should actually be paying attention to how much I got in here, because it's not a great idea to overflow it, but I don't think it's going to overflow. Let's see, we are at, we're at 50 liters. So, maybe I should have measured a little closer. Might end up being a little more beer than I thought, and a little less boozy, but that's not necessarily bad. Yeah, Pasquasca Outdoors, there's more sparge water in there than the Grainfather, like the G30 holds. The G40, you're the new one there. That'll be right at the limit for the sparge water. So maybe I just need to get a G40 at that. I think they were only, what were they, $3.89, $3.99 or something like that. But that was a great deal on those, and that'd be a good useful sparge water heater. Yeah, for sure, Beerqua. It is good to be able to answer questions and do sort of that. And I like doing it too because I've had a lot of times where people kind of remind me that I'm forgetting something. Like I could just be sitting here talking, and then everyone sees it just boiling over in the background. That would be good. Home brewing, but after all, what beer are you making? Right now, I'm making a blonde. I'm making a copy, just a bigger batch of the. It's a Betty Blonde. It's the one that they use for the Canada Homebrew Day. Hey, what's going on, Florida? Just one in Florida Dave or Florida. Are you Florida Avenue or Florida Dave? You're not the. Are you the brewery on Instagram or a Dave from Florida or both? Yep, $40. That's $43.89. Yeah, that's a great deal there. And I don't know if that Florida Avenue Brewing is from Florida or if it's just a Florida Avenue somewhere else. So many questions, so little time. What hops are you using? I'm just using Willamette for this one. Pretty much just 1 gram per liter with the 55 liter batch or 2 3/4 keg batch. It's about a, yeah, now I'll be right wrong, but it's right about 1 gram per liter for the bittering. It was a 6% one. Okay, Dave, both nice or good to know. Didn't know that until I put it together when I started following you on Instagram or following that on Instagram. Cool. So you might be milling a good amount of grain. And yeah, for the Willamette, and then for the 20-minute edition, I'll be doing it'll be about 0.5 gram per liter, and then at a flame mode, I'll do another 0.5 gram per liter. The recipe for this one, and I might get around to doing it, I might not. It calls for some tea bags to be added kind of post-fermentation so you can get a little bit more of that tea taste. I found the original batch I did actually had a fairly good kind of simulated tea taste to it, so I probably wouldn't add some to that, but what I was thinking is that it would be cool to, if I could get my hands on some like, what do you call it, like hibiscus tea or something like that. It'd be cool to try that, and I think that'd mix nicely in that. And if I end up doing up a half keg, I may do that and just throw a few tea bags or 4 or 5 tea bags in the half keg and see what that does for the taste and flavor, and probably make it look cool. Give it a nice reddish hue. Both lived in Florida at one time. Cool. Florida would be nice around maybe not as much this time of year, or maybe not hurricane season, but man, I'd really appreciate living there from December to March or May or something like that. This batch of mine is some incognito hop extract. Okay, nice. Lots of fun new stuff going on there. Yeah, I saw, who was it? Might have been last time, or not Apartment Brewer, but Elementary Brew Co. did the dip hopping one, and I'd like to try some more of that. I think we talked about it maybe last week on the Hoppy Hour a bit, but yeah, that'd be an interesting one to try. How long have we been going? We're almost 1 hour 38 minutes. I got a solid hour and 35 minutes until the Hoppy Hour's on. I'm hoping to get done a lot quicker. Right now, I guess with it still cooling down, we're still only at 92.5 degrees. I am almost at the point where I don't even want much more in this. What are we at? We are at 15 gallons pre-boil. Let's see, pushing that. Not quite sure. Yeah, I can pull some pieces out, get a little bit of the cleaning done, but I think I may have used a little too much sparge water. I kind of roughly eyeballed it out of the Grainfather, and maybe it was a little more than 20 liters. Maybe I'm 5 or 6 liters too much, but looks like the sparge has slowed down pretty good. Could get sloppy here in a second. Can pull that out. That isn't really doing anything for me right now. Just sparging through the grain. Okay, just wandering around, thinking random stuff to myself, random thoughts. Quick taste of cleaning. Should have the get a wireless cam over here, get a mount over the sink, and have the clean cam, because that's really that's probably one of the best places you could save some time in brewing if you had a real good cleaning regimen and just did regime, and then just didn't just kind of haphazardly clean random stuff as you go. But I guess that's what it's all about. Something that's about. Yeah, it's not clean. Another useful tip for me is, which will be on my top 5 video if I ever make it, will be definitely get a, if you don't have a rinse hose or something, just get the fitting for your faucet and get one of these and just put a who likes mumbles? Just put a silicone hose on it, and then you can use that as a wash wand, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think I'm gonna. It's pretty big, so, and I already have kind of what I want, so I'm just gonna start scooping some of this wet wort out of here. Yeah, look at that shot. Yeah. Don't need this one. It's always best to get the removable pieces out before you start emptying the grain, because they tend to get lost in the grain pile, and they're really disgusting if you have a grain pile outside and you need to try to retrieve a piece 2 weeks later. Don't ask me how I know. Scooping. And when I went last week, I went to a brew house smoke. Well, I went to Smokehouse Tap Room, which is in Berwick, Nova Scotia. It's about I guess about an hour from Halifax. And I was talking to the guy, and he was saying for their cleaning out of their system, he uses a shop vac for this. But I guess he built himself some sort of I guess it goes into a bucket first, so you'd have a fitting from the shop vac into the bucket, and then the hose off the bucket. So somehow, or mostly, all this wet sludge and crap would go into the bucket before it goes through your shop vac and minimize what goes there. But I think a shop vac would be a good way to do it. You'd almost just have to, even if you didn't have a bucket, you'd probably have to have some clean water, or at least rinse water, or maybe some of your cooling water, if you have it, just to suck up in the vacuum afterwards to try to clean that out, because that could be a sticky bug factory if you don't get it right. I need a smaller scoop for this. But yeah, this is fun. Who likes watching me scoop grain? Oh, the temperature's down to 90. So yeah, that little bit extra sparge and squeezing through here has brought the temperature down to 90. So we still got a few minutes. Might even be 10 or 15 minutes before that gets all the way up to a boil. But we'll see. I do still have the heat on, so still moving, just not super fast. This may almost be at the dumpable stage, although I may just switch over to a smaller scoop. See what I got. This is my grain scoop, because it leaks a bit, but I got to do modifications on it right now before I commit to really scooping some grain with it. So yeah, I'll get down in the sight, and yeah, we'll get some tuck tape on this and make it super sturdy. Boom. Almost red green, but not quite. Nothing but the finest in fixes. That should make it not fall apart. I could be mistaken. I feel mistaken, but got one scoop out of it at least. Got to get back to the dollar store. There is a good purchase too. It's always good to have a pitcher kicking around too for when you're serving beer, because if you suck at the carbonation like me, then sometimes you need to pour it into a pitcher first and let it settle down before you serve it. But yeah, this batch about a it's supposed to be a 4% beer. We'll see. I did water it down a little bit more than I thought I would, so might be a little bit less, might be a little bit more because I always suck at my calculations, but 4%er seems to, and the max volume in this thing seems to work pretty good with just one 23-liter bucket. You don't need to go, or a 6-gallon bucket. You don't need to worry about the wet grain not fitting in it. But much more grain than this, much more grain than the 20 pounds or so, and you're probably looking at needing to get it a little bit more, a little bit bigger bucket. Garbage pail would always guarantee you get it good, and also probably be easier not to spill. Let's see how this mess works. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Nope. Oh, that probably wasn't a good idea to lift it while it was there over it. See how much floaties I made, but. So that's not too bad. The rolled sheets I like a lot better than the old ones that were on the Grainfather. I think they've replaced a lot of them now. I don't know if they've replaced all of them, but yeah. So that's the grain out of there. She's getting ready to move up to the boil. It's down to 89 now. God damn it! I mean, gosh darn it. Let's stir it up, see if the temperature moves a bit. Temperature sensor, this one's right at the bottom, so while the bottom's the coolest, it's also the bottom's the coolest after it settles. It's the hottest when it's heating probably, so let's just put this back in there. Put the top on, maybe that'll heat up a little better. Yeah, down to 88, so we're just moving backwards here. Hopefully the heater's still working. What do I got other than mess? Clean off this fancy carpet. Wouldn't want the dog piss carpet having grain on it. Okay, we're gonna do something in a minute. We're gonna stop being boring and mumbling to myself. I'm gonna go to the chat, and there's probably, oh, she's down to 87. Huh. Is there any way to check? Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it's not going backwards. Hopefully I don't have to figure out, well, then I could do a split batch, but 2 different boils if I had to switch over to the other Grainfather and use that now. But okay, let's see where we're looking. Pasquaco, yeah, we'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Flow Ride, dip hopping, Copenhagen or Skål? Yeah. Nice. Any good hops for a non-citrus pale ale? Yeah, Centennial or Cascade. I like the old C hops. Yeah, later. Scooping is a pain, but seems to be the best way. Yeah, it's. I get why we have shop facts, but we don't have house facts. Ha-chow! Oh, I need that's a sound bite I'll have to get for yeast is jokies. Yeah, bucket on top of the grain basket and flipping the whole thing over. That makes all sense. Hey, Blackwood Brews, how's she going? Everything's going good. We're only about an hour and 25 minutes from the hoppy hour starting up. Let's see. Is this chat? What are we going on? This is, yeah, we are chatting. I'm just talking to myself here. Stream chat. Welcome to the chat room. Does it show broadcaster? I don't know why I got something that's showing me like the chat, but it's just me on Streamlabs or Stream Elements or something. We'll call it tester, and I don't think that transfers over. So that's a bad joke. No, No bad jokes. What's going on, Blackwood? What are you up to tonight? You drinking anything good, or setting up a brew day, or anything fun like that? Got 1 hour 48, an hour and 48 minutes in to this brew day. We're not going bad, but it's my temperatures seem to have stalled out, so I'm waiting for this to actually work. I know with the what do you call it, with the old Grainfather, the G70, I had one time where it was saying it was working, wasn't getting any heat, and it turned out there's a circuit breaker somewhere on it that you need to reset, because it looks like it's putting out music. Yeah, definitely not putting out music, but it looks like sometimes it's putting out the power, but if it's not actually doing anything in the element, that's a bitch. Oh, we're at 88.5. Okay, we're cooking with gas. This thing's moving. Based on my horrible calculations from last week, let's see what we ended up with. We have, looks like 16 gallons total, sitting at about, I guess 51 or 61? 61, showing 61 liters or 16 gallons in the fermenter. Let's imagine everyone's super interested in this part, so let's go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna prop my Brewfather over here, do a fancy transition, then ruin it by forgetting to drag my screen over. But yeah, so we got that's my old batch. Let's get Brewfather. We'll take a look at this. Nope, that's my California Common, giving away spoilers. Let's close that. And we're going back to the Betty Blonde, which is what we're doing now. So let's see what kind of, we're brewing. I can press start. That's annoying. So there, we got the sparge, we got there, and now we're just waiting on that, so you can have your timer set on that. Those alarms are pretty annoying, but measured volumes. Mash didn't do that. Boil volume, I guess I could have left it sparging more, but I ended up with 61 liters, so it's a little lower than I had planned. Pre-boil gravity, I guess that's a number we can get. Let's go get that and try to get all these metrics into the system, because I tend to not record as much as I could, and then I get disappointed when I don't know why I screwed up a batch. Get that almost boiling water on there. That hopefully will reset itself out. Get that temperature going, and we will see. Okay, so it's about a 1.046, which I don't think is too bad. You guys still just staring at my screen that I forgot to switch over there, but we got a 1.046 for the pre-boil gravity. So I mean, we could get up to a 1.048 or somewhere around there, or whatever math says that we'll get to, but I don't know right off the bat. So pre-boil 1.046, quite happy with that. I think it's going to be a little stronger than I was initially set, like it said. So it looks like it possibly could be about 7 points. 1.046. Post-boil gravity, it's definitely going to be higher than that. So, and I mean, that 1.046 might be a little exaggerated too due to the temperature, but we'll see there. But I think higher temperature makes higher SG or something. So post-boil kettle volume, I'll figure that out. Original gravity, we don't have. Fermenter volume, we got, enough. I will be fermenting this in the old spike system. Let's get back to the other screen. But first, yeah, that's gotta get some more exciting sound bites in there. Or who wants to see Mario? No. It's not working. So sad. But either way, let's close that screen. I'm just playing with my stuff. Oh, there you can see Mario. I just click on that. Oh no, he's full on hidden. I'm so disappointed with everything. Okay, so I think we got everything entered into all the stuff I could get entered that now. Yeah, I have a pH tester. I don't really use it that often. I should use it more, just because the more metrics you have, the better you can do at repeating stuff. I'll do that some other time, but let's see what the chat. I imagine the chat's exploded since I was last on there. Got to go walk my dog. Good luck, Yeast. Forgot to set my power percentage once on the foundry. Found it about 30 minutes later when I checked to see we were not boiling. Nice. I don't think I think that's one thing I'd really like to have on the Grainfather that I don't know if you have, and maybe you do have, and I just suck at it. But like the power, being able to set your power. So like if I get a two, get a two. If I get a too high power setting and get the boils kind of crazy all the time, like it'd be nice to be able to knock it to half power or 3/4 power to do that. But yeah, let's see. Kill me with that jolly demeanor. Start playing with your stuff. I'm out. Yeah, I'll try not that jolly. I'm a little bit jolly, but yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, no, I was going to take a look at something, but oh, I know what we can do. Pulling it out, whipping it out. Let's whip out my phone, see if I can get some cool information, which I probably can't do because I haven't used it in a while. Everybody watch me use my phone. Better get on. I gotta go to stage 2, checking out the don't mind me. I have nothing good to say. Everybody hold it down. Hey Ron, how's it going? Ron, I appreciate the tip you sent last time. I was happy to see that work, and I finally used my tip money and all that stuff today to make a Northern Brewer purchase. I bought a few things. I think I got an oxygenation wand, but the real reason I made a Northern Brewer purchase is to get some Phantasm because they finally have that in stock, and I haven't seen that anywhere, so I really wanted to get some of that to try it out. There we go, IOTA 2, let's see. Device info. We will go to my, oh everyone, in case you're wondering, I'm just talking to myself as I try to figure something out. Let's see if this works. I'm trying to get into my, I have some things on my electrical system that I can view the power usage. Although I haven't used it in a while, so I don't know if I can get on that real easy or if that's a tricky. Oh, you know what? I might need to do it on my phone. My computer's on a different network because I have so much security. Let's see what we got. Data. We can look at my data, and I want to see if I have this. I have 2 of these little power monitor things, and one of them. Let's see, garage. Nope, that's not what I want. I want welder. Yes, let's see. Who wants to see how much power this thing used today? Okay, so we got stats. And between 9 p.m. Okay, so between yesterday and today, that is not, okay, there we go. Okay, so this is, looks like the high mark is a 4. This will be really, oh, maybe I'll get back to the other screen because that's kind of, I don't know, I was already there. Ha, tricked everyone. Okay, so here's what I got. This is not super interesting for most people maybe, but might be. So we got I got an app, it's called an IOTA watt is the thing. We'll try to get that straight. And basically the welder is just my 240 volt plug there. So you can see there's the power usage from the Grainfather G40. If I go, I think I can select maybe. Whatever. If I have it on the PC, I can actually check it a little better. But no, maybe that'll tip it. Oh yeah, this will work. I'll just control everything here. But as you can see, that's what you're looking at for your power usage. It looks like it's saying, if I look at it there, it looks like it's saying it's using a little bit higher than what theoretically should be used on it because it's saying 3.67 kilowatts, but maybe it is a 3. I thought it was 3,300 watts, but maybe 3.67 is the number. But the big thing you can look at there is right now, in the bottom, it has a little thing, the sum. Zoom in, focus, maybe over my face. No. This is the most exciting part of the video. But you see down here, the sum there, 6.97 kilowatt hours. So we're not done the boil yet. We're not at the boil yet, but we've used about 7 kilowatts of power on this just for the Grainfather. And I think we're fairly expensive. We're about 16.4 cents a kilowatt times 7 equals. I've used $1.15 in electricity towards that. So who knows? I don't know what I've never really looked at the propane or measured the propane to see how much propane you use for a batch, but we're about half or a little under half through the process, and we're at about 7 kilowatts. So overall, I'd say you're using definitely less than $3 worth of electricity, and I know some places are a lot cheaper than what I got for electricity. I don't think Nova Scotia's super cheap on electricity, but yeah, so that's that little tidbit of information. I guess the only thing to do next is maybe do I want to fog up my garage or not? Or maybe I just turn on the heat pump a little higher, and maybe it'll suck out anything that evaporates. But that's not the heat pump. I'm just looking at a random controller. But we'll see. We'll see how smoky it gets. I may have to do the makeshift heating or cooling thing. Let's see what we got. Walk my dog. Set the power percentage. Just tried the cream ale brewed last week. Needs a little to carb. Force carbed it overnight. Not done yet. Nice Blackwood. And I've never tried a cream ale yet. I need to get on that. Beer Qual used the Brew Commander. It is a power percentage on screen. You actually have to go to a menu option that isn't on the action screen to not see the power percentage. Okay, cool. Setting up a West Coast IPA for Sunday. Nice Blackwood. Don't know if I'll do it live again or not. Oh, you might as well. Can't hurt. And have you seen the new lager yeast from Omega? Yeah, I looked up Ron. I looked up Lunar Crush today when I saw it. I looked up it on the site, and they didn't have it. It wasn't available at the Northern Brewer or the More Beer. But I did buy two packs of the Phantasm, so I may save one. May sell it to somebody, but I may save one for trying that Lunar Crush. So I'm going down in September to New Hampshire, and if I could get something for around there, maybe pick it up and bring home some Lunar Crush. Omega seems to be, I think some of their stuff like the Cosmic Punch, if you look on their site, it says it's not for export to Canada. I don't know if that's anything to do with just the package down in the States, or if it actually you can't get in Canada. But how cold have your nights been? Beer Qual, I think they're still kicking around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. So Fahrenheit that if you want, but I don't know right off the bat. But yeah, I'd like to try the Lunar Crush. It's I don't know if it's okay for New Zealand Pils. Yeah, and New Zealand Pils is one that's definitely on my list to make, because I had one at a Christmas exchange a few months back, or last Christmas, and the New Zealand Pils was probably one of the best ones on there. I really like the fruity characteristics of that, so I definitely want to give that a go. Let's see what we're at. 97. I think I'm almost ready to kick this beer and then start stirring that and getting ready for my first hops. And I want to do another about the cream ale yeast from Omega. I've been using Lutra, and it's given off a Mexican lager feel to me since I used flake corn. Okay, cool. Yeah, and that's Mexican lager was kind of I wouldn't have minded to try one this summer, but I don't know if I'm going to get around to it. And it's not almost over. Summer's still here. God damn it. I think that thing will beep on me when it hits the number. 98 degrees. One more degree till where I have it set at. As you can see in the back, I just bought some 2-row today. Used this one was about 12, or no, actually it was only 9 kilos of it for this batch, which wasn't too bad. Yeah, I guess overall the batch was almost 10 kilos, so 22 pounds of grain. The grain went up, I think last week or the week before, they were selling the grain at Brew HQ for, I think, 55 or 53 bucks a bag. And today when I got it, it was, I think it was like 60 bucks a bag. So it went up 10 bucks in the last week, but I think that may just be because they didn't have their pricing updated on it and they were losing money. So yeah, 55 bucks or 60 bucks at a homebrew shop for 55 pounds of grain is not too bad, $1 a pound, which means you get your beers pretty cheap. Yeah, Blackwood, you feel like summer's sticking around for a while in California. Yeah, I'd like to get down there. I'm actually trying to get down. It'd be the Redondo Beach area. Trying to talk the work into sending me down to a flight safety course there in, when is it? I think it's October 17th to 28th or something, which would be awesome to get down there. I've heard the course is awesome, and it's at a hotel on the beach, so I wouldn't, or close to the beach, I think. So I wouldn't complain about that. 24C at night, be like 14. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice having the cool nights. I know once when I was in Kuwait there for a little while, and I think it was like 35 during the day, but it'd go down to like 15 at night, and it was awesome. Let's see what else we got going. What have I screwed up? What have I missed? I think I got the grains. Okay, the grains kind of dealt with. Got a little mess on the floor. I can clean that up during the hoppy hour. I guess I could clean some stuff. That's fun. Oh, my dog's having nightmares. He's calm now. All is good. He's making some sweet noises. Yeah, beer qual. Yeah, helicopter on the Cyclone. Haven't flown in a little bit, but I'll be back at her pretty soon. I think. I hope. And yeah, guess that's caught up with the old chatterama. So let's see what I can do with some cleaning. Get that clean cam on there. There you go. That'll at least. Actually, that's the exact same view you get in the other one. So let's see what I got to do. I need to maybe make this two-phase. This is nice and sticky now because I've left it and didn't just rinse it immediately. Loud noises. So we got a bunch of stuff to rinse. Just to talk you through this sweet process. So if you haven't seen it or you haven't heard me talk about it before, the rolled steel plates from the Grainfather are way better than the old one, which I'm assuming were just like a pressed steel or something like that. Both sides of these plates are smooth. The one side, the lower side of the Grainfather plates were pretty rough, and they made it a little bit not crazy hard, but it made it we'll say a lot harder, not hard to clean, but a lot harder than this to clean. So the newer plates I like them a lot better anyway. See, that's mostly clean. That's good enough. Nothing a little boiling in the next batch can't fix. And then we just take this. Got a little bit of crap there. Some sort of spatula would be like handy, or like a little rubber or something, sponge or something there to get that all out. But I can do that, and I'm just rinsing this crap out. The more you know, the more you care to know. This is the point in the show where it would be handy to have someone on a guest on, and then they can just talk to people while I do all this garbage. But I guess it's just as good hearing me talk to myself. So how about that ball team? CH said there was a go. Spraying my walls. Good ball game on tonight. Padres or something like that. I think we had the closest team to us used to be the Expos, and the one year they were at least had their best chance of ever winning, they went on strike, and then the Expos folded. So take that, baseball. I don't know why I'm talking sports. Ooh, this is really a mess. Okay, so most people have probably fallen asleep by now, so I guess I don't really need to talk much. One jug clean. Nah, nah, nah. Got a bunch of grain in here, hoping it's not going to clog up my sink, but I don't think it's not big enough really. It should all make it down to the septic nicely. Let's get back into this. It's not too messy, not too clean. Just right. Give a little rinse on the outside. There goes my glasses. Would be nice to have a little bit bigger sink. Been keeping my eye out for used ones, like a nice commercial one. I saw one the other day, but it got sold almost right away, so seems to be a hot commodity to get a good commercial sink, or maybe there's a lot of restaurants that want to buy cheap stuff because you got to save everything you can in that business because it's a hard one. Yeah. These things clean a lot easier if you just rinse them the second you get them off of get them out. As probably most people know, but weird, I got distracted. Okay, that's not just clean, it's clean enough. Well, one step ahead of the game. Gadzooks, one more. A little bit more grain to dump. And one last thing to rinse. And then we're good for now. And good for most of it, because other than the Grainfather itself, that's most of the cleaning. Okay, let's see where we're at. I guess we're probably at 99 already. I probably missed that waypoint, so let's knock her up to 100, get the lid off of there so she doesn't go nuts on me. Get this out of the way. And I guess we need a hop spider or something somewhere. Where to put my hop spider? Can anybody see it on camera? Oh, there it is. Don't remember, I think last time, I don't remember if I used the hop spider on the Pilsner when I did this, but I'm going to use it now. So that's good there. Just got to wait one more degree. Yeah, let's check, see what's going on in a second. Oh, got to get a beer. Yes. I think the temperature's there. You get that beep, and now everyone thinks something's beeping in their house. See it boil over as I pour beer. Is it lying to me? It says boil reached. Yes. Boil has been reached. It's a very slow boil now. This thing actually does a decent boil compared to what I thought it might, but just going to give it a little stir. I guess I'll have to keep an eye. Oh, that thing. Thought this thing fits in there, but maybe it doesn't. Okay, so I guess we can get it down to get it over here. Let it splash into my face. But don't break, 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 don't break. There we go. Okay. And check that out. That's a beer, all right. Yeah, there you go. That's a beer. So First thing we're going to do is drop in about 58 grams or 59 or something grams of Willamette for the bittering. And then I'm going to start the timer. And that most of them went in the hop spider. Some of them stuck to the bottom and jumped the hop spider. Hop spider's only really for most of it anyway. It doesn't really matter if you get every little bit in there. It just takes most of it out. Let's see. Let's get that timer started. The other one jumps in 5-minute intervals. This one doesn't seem to. Oh wait, no, I want 40 minutes because that's my next milestone. So 40 minutes. We will put in another. Yeah, you're right. It is pretty full. It's still only 61. It's supposed to be good for 70 liters, so should be all right there. But you guys can watch it, and as I don't pay attention to the chat enough, you can let me know when it overflows. So let's see where we at. Cream ale using Lutra, giving off a Mexican lager feel. Okay, cool. Feel like summer's sticking around. Yes. Nice and hot where Zach Pearson is. And Sweet Poly Red. Yeah, what's up? Beer Qua. Looking forward to brewing season. Yeah, you guys, it's a little hotter around someplace, and it does get tricky. And just like, oh, I hear it sounds bubbly. Let's press your luck. Yeah, that'd be if you're going press your luck. I guess that's a old one. But yeah, the last brew I did with the common, that reminded me like how much it would suck to be in an area that you don't have cool areas of the house. Like my downstairs is about 18 or 19 degrees pretty much year round, and it even like still overheated because it's not as well. I pitched a lot of yeast in it, so I think it went up 4 or 5 degrees, mostly because of that. But yeah, it would suck when you don't have a place to bring it, or you can't bring it right inside. Smells like beer. Looks like beer. And I do not know anything about it whatsoever, but I heard something today. About kind of like, and it may have just been about using nice hops, but I heard something about wet. I'm wondering if you can reuse the hops that I boil or any of that. If there's anything left, or are they just totally useless? Because could you put them all in a bag and then use it to bitter another brew, or would that just have everything gone? I imagine if you use like the Whirlpool hops, you could probably still like maybe snag some stuff out of them. Like if you just took what's in the hop spider, put it in a plastic bag, and then tried it out on a different batch, might do something, but I don't know if that probably wouldn't be that predictable. Any thoughts, anybody? Good thing we're no step in. Let's go eat. Yeah, it's almost time. Yeah, I should get something to eat. Didn't really eat supper tonight, but go maybe if I say I'd finish up before the hoppy hour, but I think if I go on the hoppy hour, I'm still going to be, or go talk to the guys on the hoppy hour, I'll probably still be brewing. This brew day may not get totally finished because, yeah, it's lining up now to finish right around 10 o'clock. And I say finish up, I mean I'll still have 20 minutes or a half hour or an hour left after 10. Yeah, Ron, that's what I kind of figured. In my head today when I heard that, I'm like, oh, do they actually try like old wet hops? But no, that's just when as soon as I said wet hops, I'm like, yeah, that's talking about like fresh hops. So new harvest hops makes sense. I was doing using fresh. Yeah, there's weird like terminologies, like whether it's like wet hops or fresh hops or any of that sort of stuff. Like fresh hops, I guess, is like probably within a certain amount of time. Wet hops are just like the hops that haven't been dried, or maybe it's haven't even been processed. I don't know exactly, but yeah. Giant B, what's going on? It is Wednesday, and I am doing a very long pre-show for the hoppy hour. So hopefully everyone just jumps over to that afterwards. Let's see. I probably be best if I get a link to it. But anyone that's in this chat is probably seen the happy hour. So, but either way, I'm gonna go get the link for it. Anybody else looking forward to the weekend? I gotta work tomorrow, and then I'm on vacation for Friday. So, don't know what I'm doing. Maybe more brewing. I could think of more rhymes, but that's about it. Well, let's see. Copy. Video details. Let's. Yeah, and if anyone's watching this because you're actually interested in the G70, feel free to shoot me any questions. But otherwise, David Heath just released a video today with some overviews of it as well, which are pretty good. So I think I just updated that. That'll show maybe if I refresh it. I'll probably screw something up by refreshing it, but we'll see. And let's see. It doesn't look like. Oh, maybe I just put the link, but I didn't put the link, but I didn't say what it was for. Damn. So exciting. Yeah. Happy hour. Save that. Okay, so happy hour will be coming up next. CH will be doing that as per normal Wednesdays. Hopefully I didn't steal his thunder and burn anyone out, because you're in for a good night with happy hour. He's going to do stuff that's better stuff than I'm doing. What else we got? Clicking on my own video. Yeah, well, watch me. I'll just sit here and watch me. Have to disc 14 acres. Nice. That'd be good. Good times. 14 acres would be a lot of space for some hops. I really need to. I think trying to decide if I want to keep trying on my hops or if I need to just get them out of where they are, because I put them there 2 years ago, and they've been kind of shit both years. Almost the exact same amount of growth, and I think it's because there's not much sun there. So I'm thinking I may have to. Although I don't like chopping up the lawn to not have room for the kids to like run around as much, but yeah, I'd like to get the redo it so the hops are growing in the sun. I think that's my big problem there. Yeast is back. It started raining while he was walking his dog. Probably stepped on a spider. Looking at brewing another pumpkin pie beer for the fall. I know you did one. Would you change anything about the recipe? I don't think I would do anything to change about the recipe. If I did anything to change about the recipe, I might just like use this. I really like this blonde recipe, but I had no issues with my pumpkin beer last year, and I think I'll do it again. And if I do it again, it'd probably be this format here. Just do a live stream and try to do that again. Another 60 or 80 cans or something like that. But yeah, need a lot of sun, drainage with consistent water. Beerquaw, they don't get a lot of sun. The drainage is probably subpar because the way I put them in is I just dug big holes in the clay ground. I should have actually dug a trench that kind of drained and put more peat in there and stuff like that. So I think when I do it again, we got a little tractor, so I may try to dig the hole, a nice big, like not big, but like say I don't know, 2 foot wide channel, and then place the hops at whatever spacing it says to do that. And I got 2 more right now this year growing in buckets on the front of my house that are doing better than most of the ones that have been in the ground. What kind of dog does Yeast have? Well, it's probably important that we guess what kind of dog he has. And I'm going to go with, let's see, I'm going to go with one of these. This is what I'm picturing. This is what Beast's dog is. The unethical practice behind cute Instagram posts. That's Yeast's dog right there, I think. So I don't really know why he walks it. I think it's tied up with dental floss, and he takes it for a rip around the neighborhood. But yeah, that's what Yeast has. Hey, what's going on, Trouble? Haven't seen you around too much lately, and I don't think I'm behind on the videos, but maybe I am behind. Have you put out anything recently? Where are we going? I don't even know where I'm going with this. Let's see. Okay, so you're like me. You're in a little bit of a rut for posting. I tend to have pretty good little stretches there, and then I won't do anything for a month. I think it's been 2 weeks since I did the live stream when CH was down in San Diego, and it's been like 3 weeks since I put out a video. So I'm hoping to have something out this weekend, but I can't promise anybody anything. Not that I need to promise anybody anything, but yeah, that's where I'm sitting with that one. Where am I? I'm just clicking all over the internet. You're watching me watch the internet. We got about 30 minutes or so. Busy with the pool. Nice. Yeah. What do we got? We still got 30. Still got 30 minutes until the next set of hops go in there. I already have my fermenter clean. The pump on when I was doing the batches in the 20-gallon bucket over the propane, like it didn't. I had to hook up the Riptide pump to it, but this one has a pretty good pump. I'd like to do a comparison to the Riptide sometime with the Grainfather pump, but it's at least twice as fast as the Grainfather one. I think it fills the Grainfather in like 2 or 3 minutes, or fills the 30 liters. It'll do 30 liters in 2 or 3 minutes, which we'll say 30 times 30, so call it 900 liters per hour pump, 800 liters per hour pump, based on my rough crappy estimates. But yeah, we got hop transitions, giant beat. This is a 100% high quality, huge budget live stream. The hop transitions took me stupid amount of time to make in what do you call it, Premiere, or was it Premiere? Might have been After Effects. No, I think it was Premiere. Let me open it up and I'll see. Who wants to see what a hop transition video looks like? I think I basically had to just bring every single one of the hops in at a certain time, so I had to have a certain amount of separate different tracks. Oh yeah, Stinger. They're called, in case you're wondering, in OBS, they're called Stinger transitions. And this is, oh, the dog's eating up some of the grains on the floor. That's good. But in case anyone cares, this is, we'll get back to that. Wait, we'll pull this over. We'll make it look professional. A professional transition without you seeing me scroll my OBS screen. Boom. Oh, wait, nope. Not a professional. I scrolled the wrong one over. Sorry, there's that. I need to apologize. I'm going full gnome on this. Okay, so we got the transition. So basically, if you look at it, oh no, this was a different version. I think this had like fade-ins that I didn't like. But look, woo, made a video of that. It's 1 second of video that took way too. Did he? Oh no, puppy's just sitting at my feet. But yeah, basically it was just a lot of different tracks on the what was that, 34 different pictures of hops that I dragged in there. And the hop I used was a picture of a hop, and that's actually a picture of one of the hops I grew before I transplanted my I forget which kind that was. It might have been the Centennial, but it was a picture before I transplanted my hops over to their new location, and they were growing awesome right before I transplanted them. And then I transplanted them, and they haven't grown that good. The place I had them before was kind of at the edge of a well-cultivated garden, and the new place was more or less just clay. So I transplanted it over to clay and didn't put enough other kind of soil or compost or anything in there. But these hops were pretty cool. They were growing like fairly straight, fairly square. Well, I don't know if that's even supposed to happen, but they kind of grew squarish and giant. So they were doing good before, and not so good afterwards. But yeah, that's my hop story and my hop transition thing. But yeah, so that's pretty good there. What do we got? Okay, thank God, John Bell's back. Nice. Keep the alpha channel so you can see through it. Yeah, with this, you just kept the. I think I had to export it with the. I think I had to export it into QuickTime Movie. If you export into QuickTime, you can actually keep. You can keep the what do you call it? If you export it to QuickTime, you can keep that alpha channel or like a clear channel. Yeah, and then making my other stupid video the other day. Yeah, my other stupid video. They're all stupid, but let's see if I can find it. Maybe I'll just import it into this and see if I can. Party time brewing. Damn Nashville. I got a dog here. Just looking around to try to find. I made a transition sequence in After Effects, and I wish I had the newer version of After Effects because that'd be good, but I just have an old one I bought years and years ago. Bought is the key word. Definitely bought it. Oh, let's see here. Something popped up somewhere. Oh, wait, that was it. Dog's trying to sleep on me. Yeah, that's okay. So here's we'll pop it over, and this is what I wasted like a day of editing trying to figure out in After Effects. So basically, just wanted one of the planes flying to the location videos. So basically, I had to figure out how to what I have to figure out. I had to figure out how to. Well, I knew how to bring the graphic in. Had to figure out how to. Well, is he going to take a poop on me? Possibly. So I had to bring the plane in, figure out how to make it follow a path. I had to figure out how to use the pen tool because I've never been good at like Bezier lines or whatever you want to call those. And then I figured out how to make the kind of smoke trail on there, which is a little sloppy, but it was kind of neat to show there. So that's about 4 or 5 hours of work to figuring that out. And if I ever have to do it again, it'll probably take the same amount of time to refigure it out. But I'd love to have the newer version of After Effects because that would be fun to play around with. And where are we at? And we're back to this thing here. See how to dry my dog on yourself. How's the boil going? Yeast boil is going amazing. Dog's trying to eat his foot on my lap. Let's see, what's his plan? Looks like, I could even look in the screen. We'll just zing that up there a bit. We got looks like 24 minutes left in the boil. Well, not 24 minutes. 24 minutes left till the 20-minute mark. So we're still pretty far behind. But as you can see, the Grainfather, it does boil. It does boil the wort. That's 61 liters that I started with, and I'm boiling it right underneath my projector, which is awesome. So that'll probably screw up the projector with all that moisture. So that's again sweet. Should gear up a mount for the. I have a ventilation thing, and if I geared up a mount that could like hang over the side of it, but go to sleep over here. If I had a mount that could hang over the side of it, that I could hook the ventilation fan on there, that would be pretty useful because that could suck out not all of it, but most of it. And I do plan on someday. I want to make a fitting for this window opens separately here, this half of it. So I'd like to make a fitting for that with a mount that I can mount the 8-inch ducting on, so I could just open the window, have the screen there, and then have the stuff going out the vapor going out the window. Although most of it I have a crappy flexible hose, so most of it like condenses in that hose. So that's probably soon going to be a big moldy ass hose, but yeah, let's see what we got here. Yeah, After Effects is the best. I have to use Resolve and do everything manually. Yeah, sequence into sequence type editor helps keeping the main timeline clean. Yeah, it makes sense there, I guess. After Effects I'd love to have the new version of it because you'd be able to do a lot. You'd be able to it'd be nice to make some transitions or cool screens. I may work on that sometime soon to get some screens like that. I think the best of the brew tubers for transitions and work they're doing, and it looks like he's been recently playing with it a little bit more, is Dr. Hans. He has a few cool transitions. I don't know if he did them all himself or if he like I don't know, Fiverred them or something like that, but it'd be cool to play with them. I've only done this little one here. Who wants to party?
Party time brews. This song ain't no good, but we got nothing to lose. Party time brews. Here's another brewing clip. You can watch it if you choose.
And we're back. After all them words from all our sponsors, we are back and in the chat. What kind of stuff is going on in the chat? The same things. Okay. Now I got to find something useful to do. Could do this. Could be what's a good what's everyone's favorite old Nintendo game? And get that on the roll maybe. And by on the roll I mean just trying to kill some time while we got a few minutes left. It'd be cool to do the. We got to get to like CH was talking and has done a few times. We do have to get a fairly consistent Sunday night Mario Kart or Bragio Kart or Beerio Kart or whatever you want to call it there. Let's see, what do I have that I can do there? I am going to make this super boring for a second. Ninja Gaiden, yeah, Ninja Gaiden. Just choose a game that's impossible. Let's see. Maybe I'll come back to this. I think the puppy needs to go outside real quick. Ron Contra's basically what I'm thinking because I could probably come on, bud. Could probably rip through Contra in the amount of time it takes to get to the boil as long as I do the. Oh, wrong one. Just taking my doggy outside. But hey, come here. And I accidentally let my dog out free. Hopefully he doesn't run away too far. But now you're going to hear me yelling for my dog in a second. Bud, come get a treat. Come open my door and go get treats. It's not like it's not like what do you call them? Not like beagles are known for running away, are they? Oh wait, they are known for running away. So the rest of the night I'm going to spend finding my dog outside. Last time it was me worried about him eating a fish hook. This time he might just not come back. But he might. But you're about to hear some too loud of noises. Bud, go get a treat. Treat. Bud. This might not be good. Well, it might not be bad. He'll come back eventually. Come here, treat. What's that? You want this? Oh, he's back. Maybe he was actually just using the washroom. And he doesn't even have porcupine quills in him. I'm super excited. I should do a radio drama. Just finding dog. Oh, go get that treat. Good boy. Well, he wouldn't use the washroom on his own, so now I don't need to walk him. That's a bonus. But I will shut that door to the outside, so he doesn't run away again. Here, bud, here's a treat. That was fun. Here's another treat. You get lots of treats when you come back. Yes, Beer Claw, I definitely do need a shock collar. Because apparently you don't really need to use them too many times before they learn their lesson. But yeah, that was good. Okay, so we got, what are we saying? It looks like we have a few minutes left on that. If I go big for a second, what's that, 20, 17? 17 minutes left. Let's see if don't know if I can get it in. Might be take a second to find a time emulation. FCEU. For some reason, I've only been able to figure this out lately on full screen, and it doesn't want to do that. Let's see. Oh no, we got there. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna have to restart that. And also, what's that? I guess you can hear in the background Let's turn that volume down a bit. I know you can't see it right now, but see if I just bring that somehow into the stream. Magic. Yeah, we'll just throw that up over there, and I'm just gonna go and be a little bit of a loser and see if this works. Nope, that didn't work. Ness. And it's frozen, but I think it's like really far behind. Let's see if oh no, it's working. Yeah, okay. So we'll see if we can hammer through this. Nope, that need to be on the screen. Yeah, it's going to be super exciting. Hopefully that's not too loud. I'm going to die right away. This is BS. It's basically like a perfect speed run. Nope, it's not a perfect speed run. I don't like you. Get some spread action going there. This game took up way too much of my childhood, and it was very an angry game. Once you get to the waterfall level, you start, oh, look, then I lost spread. Now I just want to smash my computer to bits. Probably parked in a perfect spot to get there. Oh, look, there's another spread. Yeah, spread to death. Good thing I have 30 men and suck at this. I had a buddy that used to be able to be really good at this and could basically, if he died, he'd restart the game. So he could beat the game without dying, which is kind of crazy to me. I mean, not all the individual parts aren't too bad, but there's some of them laser levels which cost me a lot of money or a lot of points. Don't know what to do there. Guess I go over here. Nope. Or do I just go here? Nope. I gotta go here and like lay down or something. Or just kill them. I should have had this guy dead a long time ago. I think you can just run to the front and just kill him. Yeah, gamey time brewing. We're just killing time. We got a little bit of time left for the Yes, Meso, that's exactly what I did, but we're just running through some Contra while we wait for the last few minutes of the boil, since I don't know where the best I've ever done. Like I could probably might be able to get to the electric level without, what used to be able to get to the electric level like without dying. But once you get to that level, I'd be bad news. Or the hanger, when you just run up in front of the what do you call it, the spike walls. You think you're in the free, and then a spike wall comes and just ruins your day. After 2 years of verbal commands with the vibrator, he listens. Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, I had a buddy that has a beagle, and they have the electric fence to it, and they said the dog, they have an older one, so maybe it's not as good, but they said the dog just doesn't pay attention to it anymore. No effect. No effects. Drink beer or don't drink beer. Yeast. You have at least 3 to 5 hours of. Yeah, I got you there. I'm good to hang out if you want to. There, CH. Unless you send a new. Oh, now I'm dead. Oh, good thing I didn't have a good weapon, and I have 30 men. Yeah, we're good to hang up. My boy's getting old. What kind of? I forget it again. I may have missed it in the. Oh shit, that was a mistake. These guys should have been killed before I. Do I want to try to? Whatever. I can get that guy quick enough. Yeah. Die, 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 die. See, you should kill these side guys before you go for the top. It just adds another dimension to an already easy level, I guess. There you are. Screw you. See, Facebook's messaging me. I love notifications. But yeah, this is pretty much the most oh, I can't talk and play. Guess I'm gonna have to be silent. Yeah, sucks to see your boy get old there. Beerqua. Everyone can hope their dog lasts a long time. I guess our dog could last theoretically as long as 2 out of 3 of the kids are out of the house. Chocolate Lab. Oh, that's a cool. Waterfall. This is the level that breaks friendships if you're playing 2-player, because if you're playing 2-player, one person just keeps going too fast and then jumps the other person out of the screen, which kills them. Horrible times. And I don't know. Oh, that's. I guess the laser's maybe better than that. No, I think I'd rather have this gun than the laser. Although the laser does kill stuff pretty quick. But yeah, CH, I did get your message. If the last message you sent was possibly happy hour. Rapid. Oh. Oh, this level's good too when you sometimes keep respawning into a hole. But luckily we got 30 men. I don't know if I can always do. Nope, I'm in line to not even beat the game on 30 men. But we'll keep trying. Old Nest. These are the games that had the nostalgia for me. No, I just got this controller, Yeast. I can't afford to break it. It's too much stuff going on. There we go. Back in it. Back in it. This killer, I think, is one of the easier ones, although now I'll probably die 4 times at it, but should start working on my speed runs on this game. Do a brew day and see how many times it's possible to see how many times you could beat the game during one brew day. Set the record. It's a Guinness record that's important to get beat. Just jumping and shooting. Hopefully it's not too loud through the speakers. You might get a little bit of noise in the background. I don't think I have the volume set. Oh no! But yeah, I think I have the for a game stream. I think I have it set up kind of backwards. It's usually supposed to be the clips of the yeah. Oh, free man. It's usually supposed to be the game in big and me in small, but it's kind of backwards. The game's in small, me in big, because I'm huge. But yeah, gonna finish this level off at least. What are we looking at? I like this. I got a pair of these for the old NES, the Nintendo Mini. 8 minutes left. I don't think I can beat the game in 8 more minutes, but this is where I'll sadly probably lose my. Yeah. Sadly lose my spread. Probably. But yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely the worst part about having. Well, actually, we got a new dog, and we haven't had a dog in a while. And I'd say by far the worst part about having a dog. I mean, obviously, the hardest part is when the dog dies, but the hardest part is trying to travel when you have a dog. Really not looking overly forward to going to a hotel in a couple weeks and having to trek the dog along. We got to get him neutered soon so he can go to the doggy daycares, which will be very handy. But yeah, the hardest part is not being able to go on a vacation easily. You can always do it for money. We just had some 18 and 14-year-old take care of our house while we went to Nashville. That was easy. What do we got? No. Oh wait, I think that's a good thing to have. Let's see. Oh, horrible. Lost it. Oh, you brought your dog to Korea. That's an interesting one. Or are you being sarcastic? Pause break. Yeah, these cheap controllers, or I guess not cheap, they're 20 bucks a piece, but they're wireless at least, and they work for the PC and they had the adapters for the NES Mini, but they feel pretty good. It doesn't feel too much different than the actual NES one. My dog's in the house probably eating some sort of candy or snacks that he shouldn't. Hoping that I remember to lock the door because he loves to open the door. Yeah. Can dodge all bullets. Thank God these guys only know how to shoot as high as the hip. Oh. Failure. Now I got to take on the killer with no. But we're almost at the. We're brewing the blonde for anyone that's just jumping in there. Brewing the blonde. We got oh, another free man. I'm dead. Brewing the blonde. Got a few minutes left until the. Just gotta beat that, and I can't talk and think at the same time. Oh, that guy shoots sort of a jackhammer, I guess. Nope, dead. Ah, this guy is just not as much. This level's much easier with the spread. Now you gotta get these guys that shoot these damn balls at you. Well, hit him once there. Much easier with the spread. Oh, got me. Okay, so what else we got? Really did bring him. Been to Korea 3 times. Haven't been too much over in Asia. Did a 2-week trip to China. Although, with the new way the news is going, looks like might not be an option for long. Who knows? Hopefully it is, because it was a great trip. Korea would be a fun one. Can't say that their breweries look the best. I mean, or maybe you just frame them poorly, but it looks like there's a lot to be had there. Yeast should go over and start a brewery. So yeah, you're just watching me play a video game while I wait. Looks like we got another few minutes. What are we going next? Are we going to the ice field or the hangar? I think it's ice field maybe. 3 minutes left. Snowfield. Sorry. So wrong. Should we beep and say, oh, these guys cost me a lot of deaths too, because they pop out of nowhere. You're just running along and boom. So yeah, Snowfield, forgot about this level. This level cost me a lot of men. Was that a laser? Oh, machine gun. That's, oh, at least I'll come back to it. And then I'll probably die immediately. Yeah, what's up? Oh, there's you again. These guys are just arseholes. My machine gun's a little more casual. You just hold it down while you're playing, but not a good idea. F. I don't need a spinning. I don't know if these guys did they. Yeah. We're almost at the 20-minute mark. It's almost. Oh yeah, got me again. You bastard. Yay! Not a good idea. Oh, I'm at one of those spots. Oh, this isn't going so hot. It's going to beep while I'm fighting this tank truck or squishy spike truck. I think the U.S. has these. Will I get it? Yay! It's a lot of buttons. I do need a better weapon. Is this just another truck coming, or nope, another one in a minute? We'll have lots of those snow gun guys that like to kill me real easy. Oh. I gotta put my hands high when you see me doing this, so just so we know nothing sketchy's going on. Oh, that was a close one. Rudy's Barbecue. Wasn't paying attention. I must be down to in the 15 men line, maybe even 10. So I haven't played it in a while, so we may not be able to even beat the whole game on 30 men, which is sad. But laser. Oh, we gotta pause the game. It's time to. Let's hide that. It's time to bring in some hops. So we're on our second edition. We have somewhere in the 30. I think there's 33 grams of Willamette going in here. Oh wait, I can go over here. Hi. There's 33 of Willamette, and we're going to be, I guess I could shut that beeping off. And I'm only going 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to put a couple of these things in. They used to be like the Whirlflock or the Irish Moss, and now it's called Caranogen, something like that. Don't really know too much about that. Let's see, not to mention on the road trips. Where are you at, Beast? Beast is somewhere in Texas. So that's going. Might as well get this. Got 5 more minutes to do a few more lines. Oh, we got to click this. Not lines. A few more bits of game. I guess that's still better than nothing. Oh! There we go. Too bad this won't last long. Yay. Nope. Told you. Die. What the hell? It's horrible. Normally this is one of the easier guys in the game to beat, but... Oh, this is like... I hate this level, in case anybody's wondering. What you doing, bud? Going through old pizza boxes for food? Didn't even see that bottom guy. Guess it didn't matter. Didn't even notice how many men I had in the last one. I don't think I have that many, and we're going to be getting to these fire things. Hate these things. They make some jumps very difficult. Old Pizza Box IPA, yep. I think this one's one that always gets me, and then I think I'm smart and I try to jump over and it just doesn't work. Yep. But I'll do it again. Oh. I guess that kind of worked. Forgot the button to press. Oh. Hold on. The dog just ran away with something. Do I think it's important? Did he run away with something that will hurt him, or just something that will annoy me, like a shoe or something? I'd say, since I'm not feeling like getting up, it's a shoe. Hopefully not one of mine. Maybe it's a bag of chips. Chips. Oh, that one tricked me. It was quick. And the hoppy hour's on. Let's gonna call. Think we're yeah. It seems like we're getting down to the wire here. I brewed a beer. And I think I don't think there's really much left to be said here. I just have one more. I'm doing the Irish Moss or Whirlflock edition in about 3 or 4 minutes, and then I will be putting in the at flame mode. I'm going to be putting in just another 39 grams or half a gram per liter of Willamette. Man, this guy normally doesn't take points away. So it's just me doing this stupid game thing. So the hoppy hour's live, and let me just double check that it's live before I go signing off. But hoppy hour's live with Jorge Castro and Gnome. So I'm going to call it a day. Is there any final questions there? Hey, what's going on, Nathan McVeigh? We're switching over to the Homebrew for Life stream in a second. It's the hoppy hour. Take a look in the comments below, and it would be best to just jump over there because I think that's where everybody's going. I'm going to be done here. We got a loud beeping going on, so have to put a few more of these little things in there. So I think these are made for one each. So I'm just going to throw two of these little things in, and then we got 15 minutes left for my 15 minutes left, and we'll just be putting another half gram per liter of Willamette into that. So just pressing the button. So yeah, I recommend everybody just jump over to the hoppy hour right now. Check in my description, and you will see that. But again, if anybody has any questions about the Grainfather G70, I'll stick on for a minute or two or whatever here, and you can ask me any questions. Or I am doing a brew day, so if you go over to the hoppy hour, I can answer any questions over there in the chat or any sort of that there. So I recommend, just jump over to the hoppy hour, and we will see you over there. Doesn't look like any cool questions, so thanks for watching, everyone, and remember this one.
Party time brews. This song ain't no good, but we got nothing to lose. Party time brews. Here's another brewing clip. You can watch it if you choose.